Here is our Vegas shoot organizer, Mr. Bruce Cull.
Let's see what Bruce Cull has to say.
Now, ladies and gentlemen, it's time to begin our series of shoot-offs for second and third places, which will be shot simultaneously. In the category of Senior Female Championship Compound, please welcome from the state of Washington, Christina Davis. And her opponent for second place shoot-off in the Senior Female Championship Compound category from the great state of Arizona, this is Deanna Cronin. Three contenders for our next category, all shooting for third place in the Young Adult Championship Compound category. From Ohio, please welcome Mason Springer. And his opponent in the Young Adult Championship Compound category, also from Ohio, please welcome Wayne Hitchcock. And our third contender for third place in the Championship Compound Young Adult category from Idaho, this is Grant Hammonds. Our next shoot-off category for second and third place is our Male Championship Recurve category. And now, please welcome from Brazil, Olympian Marcus D'Almeida. And his opponent shooting for second or third from Mexico, Matias Grande. And also shooting in the Male Championship Recurve category in second and third place from France, Olympian Thomas Chéreau. Shooting for third place in the Female Championship Recurve category of the Vegas Shoot from Germany, please welcome Olympian Katharina Bauer. And shooting for third place in the Championship Recurve Female category, her opponent from Brazil, Ana Luisa Caetano.
Well, there you go. The stage is set for these variety of shoot-offs that we have for different positions. And far left part of your screen, you're going to see
archers, at this time, if you would
Compound
turn around,
Senior Female.
face the crowd, and we're going to take a really good group photo here with you. Smile big. You're on the biggest stage in archery right now, everybody.
All right, in the Championship Compound Senior Female category, Corinne Hockett from Canada ended up winning the overall with 878 points. Christina Davis and Deanna Cronin tied at 875. So that's why they're sitting here competing for second and third place in that shoot-off. In the Championship Compound Youth category, The
18
three that are
meters, just
shooting
about
is for
20
third
yards to the
place.
target.
So Springer, Hitchcock, and Hammonds are shooting for third place. We still have not determined who is the winner. That's going to be coming up a little bit later on.
The target is a 40
As the
centimeter
two
target face,
leading the way
regulation
in
target
championship
for both
compound
the
young
Vegas
adult.
shoot and for World Archery
Both shot
competition.
899, just one single
In this
point.
case,
And that
Vegas
includes
shoot
last
rules
year's
will apply
winner,
for the shoot-offs.
Caleb Wiocho. When we go down to our championship
10
recurve
ring is
category
4 centimeters in diameter.
for
That's
the
the
men,
goal for each of
Brady
these
Ellison
shooters.
ended up winning that one with an
Compounds.
893. So these three that are here shooting off,
Cannot get away with
all
anything
tied
less
at
than a 10.
889 out of a possible
Recurves have a
900
little
points.
more leeway.
We're going to have second and third and fourth determined in that one. And then when we head on over to the championship recurve female category,
Our competitors again are shooting for the
still
senior
have to shoot for
recurve
first place. Casey
championship.
Kaufhold and Victoria
Senior
Sebastian will
female
go, but it's
championship
these two that are
compound
tied at
category. They're
879
shooting for
apiece
second
that'll
and third
determine
place.
third
Christina
place.
Davis of
So
Washington,
that's what's on the line
Deanna Cronin of Arizona.
and how they got here.
Shoot-off also taking place with the
these
championship
early
compound young
shoot-off
adults.
rounds.
They're all shooting for third place. Mason Springer of Ohio,
Greg White, Crystal
Wayne
Govan,
Hitchcock,
as we
also
are
of
going
Ohio,
to bring you this action.
and Grant Hammonds of Ohio.
New venue here at the PH Live Theater at
Second and
Planet
third
Hollywood
place shoot-off
Resort and
with
Casino.
some
And Crystal,
world-class
20 yards
competitors.
downrange. Tell us a little bit
From
about
Brazil, we have Marcus de
why
Almeida.
we see compound and
Mexico,
recurve
Matias
shooting
Grande,
at the same targets, the same
Thomas Chirol
distance.
of France. All of these competitors.
Yeah, so the Vegas
top
shoot
ranked
is unique.
in the
It's
world.
one target face. It's got a
And we've
inner
got
10 or X
the
ring, and then
championship
the
female
outer
recurve
10,
category shooting for third place,
which is
between
the 10
Catalina
ring
Bauer,
in World
Germany, and
in
Ana Luisa Caetano
in both World
of
Archery
Brazil.
and Vegas. So the difference is the X
Getting underway
here
under DOS
is
time
the
and control.
compound 10 for World Archery.
Okay, archers to
But
the
everybody
line. This
scores
will
the
be
same,
your
whether it's recurve or
first
compound.
and only practice end.
And they do get one end of
Archers to the
practice.
line, good luck.
If someone's watching, they're new to archery. Crystal, what's an end?
To confirm sight marks in these new conditions.
An end
here in this
is you
venue.
can shoot in practice as many arrows as you want in the allotted time that's given. During the actual shooting, it's usually 3 arrows per end for indoors. And then they go down at the end of an end. You go down, you'd score your arrows or pull your arrows if it's practice, and come back and do it all over again.
And when it comes to recurve, we might see a variety of arrows used today, right?
Yeah, for sure. Recurve, the feel of the arrow coming through the clicker is really important, and it's a unique thing that compound archers don't deal with. And so you'll see, not only from a spine issue, you'll see people shooting smaller carbon arrows, but also because, again, they're used to that feel. It's what they shoot outside. Obviously, for recurve outside, that's what the Olympics are contested in, so that's for them the most important. And so they're gonna, a lot of people prefer, to shoot the same thing indoors. And then there's people like Brady who will shoot fat arrows. It's all about scoring as high as they can, and they can get away with it. So just depends on personal preference.
They're the competitors in the compound championship senior women's category.
So that completes official practice.
In your opinion, Crystal, how
Once the
important
competitors
is
have
it
retrieved
to
their
throw
arrows and
down
return to the line,
3
we
good
will
arrows
proceed with the
in
first
practice?
scoring
Would it
end.
really have an effect at this point with as many arrows as you shot during the weekend in practice and everything? Like, you see Caetano there, with that high 9. Does it really make a difference at this point?
Really, as long as you can sight in, that's all that really matters. I know for me personally, I always had terrible practice when I shot my best, once it was scoring. And if I had a really good practice, then it was like, uh-oh, I just wasted all my good arrows. Now there's other people who they really feel like those practice arrows have to be perfect to score well. And so I think a lot of it just comes down to your mental game.
All right, so our first shoot-off scoring arrows coming up at our brand new venue here at PH Live
Okay,
Theater
archers, this will be
in
your
Planet Hollywood
first
Resort and
official
Casino.
scoring end.
And over the
and
next couple
scoring will
hours,
be
as we continue to
regular
bring you more
scoring.
and more archery, this place is
Once
going to
again,
fill up.
regular scoring.
Well over
archers to the
4,000
line.
people can be seated in
Good
this
luck.
theater.
This first end we heard Bruce say is regular scoring, which means we do have an X count as an X and the 10 count as a 10 for this end only.
That's a championship recurve we're looking at there. And again, this is for third place. First and second will be
This is
determined.
a spot on the podium. This is a big deal.
Ooh. It's a nice arrow from Ana Luisa from Brazil. Target 1.
Bauer's been in lots of pressure situations. Not only is she an Olympian,
So
she's been
far on
part of the
target
German
11,
team for
Marcus D'Almeida
quite a
with
few
10
years.
and
So
a minor
this for
10.
her, not a big deal to be out there
Grande of
shooting.
Mexico
In
with
fact,
a pair
this
of
probably
10s.
is less pressure than some of her other matches when it's one-on-one.
And that might be it for that category for third place, right out of the box, just the first end.
Mr. Grande of Mexico finishes with a 30, 10, 10, 10. Same for Mr. Chirol of France.
It sounds like, from what we're hearing, in the championship recurve,
And
we're going to
Mr.
go to
D'Almeida
another
of
end.
Brazil appears to have dropped a 9 just out of the 10 ring.
And there's Marcus, looking how Marcus looks during
Gentlemen
competitions.
shooting for the championship recurve category are shooting for second and third. It would appear that Mr. D'Almeida has dropped. And so now we will continue unofficially between Matthias Grande of Mexico and Thomas Chirol of France. Rest of the
Davis, 30.
All right, so Christina Davis on the championship compound senior women's category. She scores a
And
30. That's the
Cronin,
benchmark.
27.
And Deanna Cronin
that's
with a
over.
27.
Second place champion is Christina Davis, and third is Deanne Cronin. Please give them a big round of applause.
Nice thing in that division is they're both still on the podium, so they're both gonna get sponsor money and all the perks of being on the podium.
Podium's awesome.
Springer, 29.
29 for Mason Springer from Ohio. In your championship compound young
Hitchcock,
adult.
29.
29 for Hitchcock.
So that
see
one
what
keeps
Hammond has
going,
there.
right, Bruce?
Hammonds, 30.
Oh.
And
So for Hammond's a 30.
third place
we got our
goes
third place?
to Grant Hammonds. We will continue the shoot-off for these two.
Oh,
Grant Hammonds of
they are
Iowa
continuing
think
for
that-
fourth and fifth.
third
Okay,
place.
I didn't
Yeah,
think
I
they
thought that
were.
would be an X
Fourth
count.
place
I thought that
shootout
would be an X
between
count
Mason
tiebreaker as
Yeah,
well.
and
yeah.
Wayne
Do a
Hitchcock.
shoot off for that
Huh.
fourth, fifth place.
Okay.
Del Media, 29.
Perfect. Thank you. Congrats.
Grande, 30.
All right, so Delmedia drops Grande with a 30.
Geralt, 30.
So Tomas
Chirol with a
Chirol
You'll
third.
see
and
all
Matthias
three of them
Grande
were
Mexico
shooting
will continue.
their X10, their carbon arrows in the men's side.
And Grande has been eliminated. Give him a big round of applause, and we will continue shooting.
D'Almeida, right, Bruce?
Oh, yeah.
D'Almeida has been eliminated.
Yeah, Delmeida is the one who's been
I'm
eliminated.
sorry. The media
Grande
has been.
and Chirol
Come on,
I'm
Bruce.
Sorry about that, guys.
Don't give him a heart
Marcus is
attack
like,
before he's
"Oh,
got to
you
shoot
wanna
more
bring me
arrows.
into it.
Continuing
I'm
against
good,
Tomas
you know,
Chirol
like,
for
I'll
second and
continue
third
to shoot.
placement. Marcus D'Almeida, the great Olympian from Brazil,
So
will
he'll
end
be
up in fourth.
fourth. Or, yeah, yeah.
Bauer, 30.
Great shoot. Bauer with a 30.
Cayetano, 27. And that leaves the winner.
The 27 for the Brazilians. So for
Catherine
Bauer,
in
she'll
third
finish in
place.
third place with
Congratulations.
first and second yet to be decided. That's still coming up later on in the broadcasts.
So two matches continue.
That match will
Question
actually
now
happen
will be
after we're
who
done
will
with
be
what we have
fourth
going on
for
here.
the young adult
Oh, no. After what we have done going
No,
on
the
here.
women, right?
Yeah, we're going to transition to
Gentlemen.
women compound.
And
Championship
who
compound
will
women's
be
division.
second
where
or
we have
third
an 11
for
weight
the
tie for
championship recurve,
second place,
gentlemen?
I guess you could say.
Yep.
This will come down to Matthias Grande of Mexico versus Thomas Charol of France
Looking at replays
for
here.
second or third place.
How this unfolded. Great shot, great execution by Bauer. Of course, my colleague here, Crystal Dobbin, number 2 in the world in compound, and then made a run at the Olympics in recurve.
The X counts
That
as
was a
10.
fun journey, wasn't it, Crystal?
Archers to the line.
Fun.
Good luck.
It depends on your definition of fun, but yeah, it made me a better coach. I definitely learned a lot, and I don't regret doing it. But I don't know if you heard, we have moved now, so the X scores as a 10 now. We've changed scoring for this end.
Yeah, so just the innermost ring scores as a 10. That's a
Matthias
lot of
Grande with a 10-9
surface
liner,
area.
looks like
So,
a 10.
for instance, that right there, even if that's contacting the line on Grande's target, it doesn't matter. It's a 9.
Thomas Charol with an X.
So that's an X, which should be counted as a 10. There's the other thing about this tournament too.
Mr.
Scores a lot
Grande with a
different and recurve in World Archery, doesn't it?
Oh, for sure. What I'd love to see is something like Kings of Archery, where their recurve actually gets to shoot kind of like compound with a different scoring. So, you know, the whole 9 becomes the 10 ring or something like that. I think it'd be cool to see more 900s.
For sure.
Mr. Grande, 10, 10, 10 unofficially.
Okay, so what you heard on the PA is incorrect.
That's out
The
or 10
innermost
though?
ring is a 10. Yeah, it's gonna looks like a 10, 10, 9 for Grande. But that's the beautiful thing about having officials that go down to the target. They're gonna tell us what the real deal is.
And I believe there's 3 officials per arrow that scores. That way there's no issues of favoritism or anything like that.
10, 10, 10.
What it looks like. Gerald was able to get in there with a
Now
solid
Bruce will
30.
be headed back
See how
out
that
to give
one
us the
arrow
official
goes.
call. Let's hear it for these great competitors, ladies and gentlemen.
And Springer, a 30.
All right, so Springer coming up with a 30.
And
This is for the
Hitchcock,
4th and
a
5th
30.
place in the championship compound young adult. This might go on for a little while.
And so that match for the Young Adult Championship Compound category, trying to decide 4th place, will continue.
I think I heard
Left here is
10-9-9.
Yeah, 2nd and 3rd place.
10-9-9 for a 28.
I like those new NFA
Thank
judge
you.
jerseys. Look at those things.
Yeah, those are fancy.
Bruce's recurve scoring.
They used to have those black and white, so this adds some color.
Here's that one arrow.
Thank you, George. We have a correction there.
I think he at least got 2 though, so he should have. Yep. Yeah. So that gives him the.
And Chereau is the winner with a 30. Give them a big round of applause.
30.
So,
For Sherrill.
so he'll be
Sherrill wins. Big W.
he'll be second.
Comparison
Yep.
to the games from last year.
Yeah, Grande will. Yeah, exactly. It's a big win for 2nd place. As you're just joining us, Brady Ellison won this category all by himself. 4 points adrift of the
Finishing
3-way tie for
4th.
2nd place that has been broken now. Frenchman gets 2nd place. Grande from Mexico in 3rd. And
So
Marcus
the Ohio Showdown
Media
continues
from
in the Young Adult
Brazil
Championship Compound category.
in
Let's hear it for Mason Springer and Wayne Hitchcock as they prepare.
So we have another
The big
end
battle
in the
again.
championship compound young adult. We still have 1st place to be decided. That'll be coming up in a little while between Jacob Merkel and Caleb Guiocho. New York versus
Okay,
Canada.
boys, this is the
We got a
same
coastal
thing.
showdown in the championship
X
compound
counts
young
as
adult.
10.
curious what these guys shot for X count for the qualification. Be interesting to see if they're able to keep their average or shoot above it.
And an X.
So Springer
could
shot
be a 10.
72 X's on an 898.
That's definitely an X. Okay. Oh, I think they both might have one out and one in.
And for Wayne Hitchcock, he shot 71 coming in here. So there was only one X
Okay,
difference
so they're
between the two of them.
okay. Yeah. So this could go on for a while.
Definitely. Yep, that's a clean
X.
target for Springer.
He's not no. Oh, but that's the same as. I mean, that's no different than a
Bruce will be out to tell us
10,
officially right now.
Big Ten.
Yeah, the Big Ten's easy, but only with the innermost ring counting as 10 points. And when you have that 27 arrow and it's cracking that outside line, generally you don't get that call in. But with these Morel targets sometimes, Crystal, you know that just it depends on how it actually lands.
Yeah.
That's why the judges are down there. They have flashlights and magnifying glasses if they need them.
Okay, so it's all over.
And Hitchcock with a 27. Fourth place goes to Springer. Congratulations, guys.
Please
All right,
All right.
all our competitors.
Fourth place for Springer, Hitchcock in fifth
Hitchcock
place.
was a 28. All right, you can take your targets down, guys.
So we have third, fourth, fifth, and on down the list, 56 competed in the championship compound young adult.
That completes this first
Still to come
shoot-off
later on in
session.
this broadcast, we're going to
Getting
have
underway with another one in just
1
a
and
few
2
moments.
decided who will be champion and who will sit down, as Caleb Guiocho from last year is going to go for it again. Can he defeat Jacob Merkel, who actually, with both tied, Crystal, at 899s in this young adult category, but Jacob Merkel with 73 X's in there and Caleb Guiocho with 70. So both high X counts, but just that 3X difference to rank them one on top of the other. So we'll see that later on.
Interesting, because the young adult winner has been a 900 the last few years, I believe. So interesting to
Ladies
see
and
it back at
gentlemen,
an
we saw some
899.
Epic action in the last few days.
I do think some of them, some of the young adults moved into open championship this year that could have shot still in young adult.
Before we do that, we'll have something special
that would-
for
that
you
would
in
make
just
a lot
few
of
moments,
sense.
So stay with us.
Young adult to win compound young adult is $3,500. That's a lot of money. But, you know, you move to championship compound open, that's $50K. But to equal the amount of money that you would have to, like if you won in the young adult category, you would need to finish 6th in the championship compound open category. You know, we talked about $50,000 to win, $12,000 for second, but you go from $50,000 to win all the way down to $3,700 for 5th place. So it drops pretty quickly.
And now, ladies and gentlemen, we've got something that's almost as special as what Grayson was able to accomplish, because we have an 11-way shoot-off for second and third place among the rest of the championship compound women. And we'll be getting underway with that 11-way shoot-off in just moments.
As we await the arrival of the shooters in the
And now,
11-way
ladies and
tie.
gentlemen, please welcome the competitors for
Well, I guess
our
we're going
shoot-off
for it.
for second and third place in the championship compound female category of Vegas 2025 here at PH Live. Once again, please welcome Mr. Bruce Cull. And our first competitor, representing Spain, Andrea Munoz. From Colorado, Kaylee Geist. From Great Britain, World Archery Champion Ella Gibson. Ella, a multiple World Archery medal winner. Andrea Becerra of Mexico is up next. From California, World Champion Paige Pierce. From Colombia, World Cup Champion Alejandra Usquiano. From Utah, World Field Medalist Linda Ochoa Anderson. From Idaho, Beretta McKee. From Utah, Abigail Winterton. From Colombia, World Champion, World Cup Champion, Vegas Champion Sarah Lopez. And from Denmark, 2024 Vegas Shoot Champion Tanya Galantine.
Greg White, Crystal Govan here at the Vegas Shoot 2025 at the PH Live Theater at Planet Hollywood Resort and Casino, where the 11 women in the championship compound female category are out here, and all of them.
Give them a big round of
$8.99, only dropped one single arrow apiece. Grayson Fletcher from Indiana able to win it on a perfect 900. So we're trying to determine who's going to be basically second through 11th at this point. Crystal, you have had an opportunity to shoot against several of these women that are out on stage right now. Talk about the toughness of these athletes and their competitiveness.
Again, congratulations, ladies. At this time,
oh, I mean, it's anyone's game out there. As you heard, as they're walking out, you know, multi-time world champions, World Cup champions, Vegas champions, they're all out there. So this really is the best of the best, shooting off for second.
Pretty crazy. A couple fresh faces out there that are new to, you know, to us, to this category. Obviously, championship compound female. A couple of the shooters that are coming up through the ranks, but that's a good look at Tanya Galantine, new mom, and I had a chance to hang out with her after their baby was born in Switzerland earlier in, or I guess late, 2024. So just a few months ago during the Indoor Archery World Series event, the first one of the season. That was in Switzerland. And pretty incredible, Crystal, because Thor, their son, was basically sleeping in the stroller. And I had been knocked out of my tournament, so I sat there and babysat while she went through her elimination matches. And
yeah,
she's
it's
relatively
one thing that's
chill.
Yeah, it's one thing that's really been great to see across the women's division. And I think part of the reason we're seeing more and more depth is women are staying in the sport, even as they're having kids. And the other competitors are all helping each other out. You see,
field of play here at PH
first with Toya, then with Linda, now with Tanya, other competitors watching the baby while they're shooting, pitching in, and everyone's just excited to see these people continue to shoot. And so it's really great.
So many talented shooters, so many.
So 20 yards from the line where the archers are going to be shooting from down to the target.
Shooting for
and then how are we going to score this first end, Crystal?
Or third place, because it makes it
the first end. Well, I think that was their end of practice. So now first end of scoring is going to be just like the Vegas shoot. So we're going to score 10s and X's.
Category here at the Vegas shoot. Bruce Cull will give each of these shooters one practice end, and after that, he'll explain the procedure for all of us.
All right, competitors, this is your first and only official practice end. Got the regular 120 seconds. Archers to the line, and good luck.
So you hear that 120 seconds, so there's quite a bit of time. They can shoot more than 3 arrows if they want during practice.
Would you typically do that yourself? If you know, especially in this pressure situation coming up with only one end of practice?
Yeah, a lot of times I would just kind of work out the nerves, and I was a more of a high volume shooter, so for me, just it felt good to get into my rhythm. Whereas the first arrow, maybe not so much. So if I could fire off a couple arrows quickly, always felt good to me. But everyone, again, it's a mental thing. What works for you. The tricky thing here is you only have 3 spots to aim at. So unless you have one that's really far out, you really don't want to be shooting at your own arrows and breaking them.
So just looking at our scoring over the weekend from INCO.net, the high X count in this class was actually Elisa Roner from Italy, 81 X's, but it was 2 points that she actually dropped the first day. So she shot 298 and then 300 to secure 13th position with 81 X's. And then Andrea Munoz Saiz from Spain, who is really a rising star in the sport, is our number one qualifier in terms of this second place group with 80 X's. And that was actually 9 more X's than Grayson Fletcher ended up shooting, who was the winner of this. But first and foremost is going to be your points. So for Andrea Saiz from Spain, 1 point the very first day. For Haley Geist from Colorado, 1 point dropped on the last day, heartbreaker day. So same thing with Usquiano from Colombia, and Tanya Galantine dropped that single point on the last day.
And then we'll go where the X counts as 10.
Yeah, and going back to X count, that's where it's always interesting to see, you know, sometimes you have shooters that do really great at all the World Archery events, consistently on the top, you know, of the podium, shooting X's. But when they miss big, and it's a 9 in Vegas. And so you see that a lot where top international shooters aren't necessarily at the top of the Vegas.
Would represent what would be the 10 ring for WA, but the larger ring.
Yeah, and I think the other thing too is like when you look generally at someone who's going to shoot a high X count, the one thing you can get from that is this person is riding high on confidence. Even though they may have missed that single point to get here, that high X count versus someone who may have the same score but 8 or 10 less X's, generally we don't see that person all of a sudden rise to the top and then not miss an X. So there is some level of confidence which creates some predictability from a commentator standpoint. Here we go.
Once they make it to this point, well, the second scoring end, and it goes to X's for sure. But just getting there, it's a different game.
Well, you can see a lot.
This again is standard
strong
Vegas scoring.
Yeah, standard Vegas scoring. You see from that shot we had too, Crystal, just a ton of really strong bow arms. A lot of archers holding the bow up after the release of the shot, and that's just such a key component to a good shot.
Yeah, you won't see many weak shots here.
Lopez with a 9 on her second shot.
Linda Ochoa Anderson, of course, her husband Steve.
No one knows who he is.
Nobody
we all know
knows
who Linda is. Come on.
He dropped one single
it's all about Linda
himself. Yeah. I wonder who had a higher X count between the two, because they shot the same score, 899.
It's a good question. You're right. Yep.
Who won that battle at the house?
Yeah.
It's great. If you don't follow Linda Choi Anderson, she's great to follow on Instagram because she keeps you kind of updated as to her progress on her archery journey after having little Stevie, their child.
Alejandra Usquiano catching a 10-10-10.
Usquiano going 10-10-10.
Including an inside-out 10 on her first shot.
I got to hang out with Alejandra Usquiano a couple times actually when I was over in Europe shooting World Archery in
Sarah
November.
Lopez.
She's a ton of fun to hang out with. Got a
Appears to
great
have
laugh.
Yeah.
There was a bit of a
one out
language
of the
barrier
10.
between us, but yeah, she giggled a lot. Maybe at me instead of with me, but
Yes, probably.
yeah, it's hard to say.
It's what most of us do.
Oh,
Geist,
I see.
30.
So 30 is the benchmark.
Gibson, 30.
So with the first two in.
Becerra, 30.
Paige got a pretty good looking target right now.
Pierce, 30. Ucuano, 30.
That was close.
A for effort, Bruce.
Ooh, look at target one on
Oh,
Sarah
yeah,
Lopez.
Sarah's
Looks
got
like
a-
she might be high.
Yeah, she's. Yep. Oh, that's definitely out.
Anderson, 30.
Yeah, you can see that with your young eyes, I bet. Lucky you.
McKee, 30.
She might be. Oh, there might be another one too. Who's it? Oh no, that's Sarah's. Okay. Let's see.
Winterton,
Might be the
30.
only one to drop.
Lopez, 29.
And this just shows you. I mean, she's won Vegas before. She shot a 900, and
30. Give a big round
Happens
of
to
applause
everybody.
to Sarah Lopez,
Certainly
who
does.
has been eliminated from the competition.
It bears mentioning that Sarah
Bit of a
Lopez
shock, but
never
this
shoots
that
indoor
really is archery in a
ever.
nutshell.
So, pretty good run, considering.
I thought it was awesome when Sarah Lopez decided to go to the championship open category and compete. You know, a lot of people were talking in general about how the
All right.
women have just
Andrea
really
Munoz,
started to
Kaylee
elevate and get on
Geist,
equal
Ella Gibson,
footing with a
Andrea
lot of the men,
Becerra,
and she
Paige
decided to
Pierce,
step up
Alejandra Usquiano,
and had a good
Linda
run at it.
Ochoa Anderson,
But-
Greta McKee, Abigail Winterton, and Tanya Galantine.
I think it's different,
Still in
not the
contention
gender bit,
for second or
because it's
third
20
place
yards
here
and
at
people
Vegas
compete. I think the biggest
2025.
difference is the pressure of $50,000 plus whatever your sponsors are
Well,
putting up.
and any, to be honest, any woman, any young adult that goes into it, there's so much. I think there's an added level of pressure because you're
Okay, this will be
you're
your
you know
second
you're
official end
the
of
the woman
scoring,
representing
and
all
now
women in that
the X
division,
counts
and
as
I think
10.
I would love
Once
to see
again, the
a
X
group of
counts as 10.
5 or 10 women go
Archers
all
to the
together
line.
as one unit,
Good
and
luck.
I bet you we'd have some 900s.
Yeah, that's a great point. Because yeah, all eyes are on you if you're not lining up as just some dude, right? Just some dude
Yeah,
in that
exactly.
category.
Yep. Yep.
All right, so we've only dropped one. Now we're going to the innermost ring, which is normally counted as an X, is the only ring on the target face that's valued at 10.
X ring for Linda.
So
X
all the
ring
rest
for
of the yellow is going to be a
Greta.
9.
Tanya has dropped a big 9. Liner
Doesn't matter if
for
it's
Greta
big or
McKee.
small. They're all kind of the
exactly.
same.
Yeah, big 9. A 9's a 9. But the other thing to point out, too, is that the highest score, regardless of whose target it is, you either have to tie that score, the highest score. So if everyone shoots a 29, then 29 is the score. So
Yep.
you can see Galantine high. Linda.
Well, Linda made a face
Joel
on that
Anderson
one.
with, the grimace, yeah. Not happy. Pulls out the binos. Glasses it up, as we say.
Paige looks
looked
happy with
happy, I think.
hers. Yeah.
You and I are seeing the same thing
Well,
for
about
sure.
half of the competitors may be gone after
Yeah, there's
this
definitely some
segment
drops.
end.
Hey, if you're just joining us, the Vegas Shoot 2025 here at the
Bruce is gonna make
PH
a call
Live
along with
Theater
our
at the
judges.
Planet Hollywood Resort and Casino. This is Championship Compound Female Shoot Off for second place. The winner was Grayson Fletcher with a perfect 900. And all of these athletes shot 899 to put themselves in this position. We've already seen one of the best in the world, Sarah Lopez, drop out. This is our second end of competition. We are shooting smallest ring in the center. Some people call it the baby 10, the X ring. That's the only ring that counts as a maximum 10 points.
Gibson, 30.
Oh, we have our first 30.
Yeah.
So that's the score to match now.
29.
Whoop. Judge having a close look at Paige. Paige also having a look.
All of hers are high. Give it a couple clicks there, Paige.
Pierce, 30.
Okay, so we got 2 still in.
That target three arrow kick. That's a half
Yep,
shafter
but-
out.
Cristiano, 29.
Much better. He got coaching from Paige on that one.
Mm-hmm.
Anderson, 29.
I think there's still
It'll be
only
interesting.
2 with 30s.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see what they do though. If they need to shoot off for 4th, 5th, or if they just go. There's so many.
McKee, 29.
If they're just going to go with X count.
I hope.
Mm-hmm.
Winterton, 29.
A lot of 29s out there.
Yeah. That's why I said once it goes to X count, it all changes.
Yeah.
And Gillantine,
It's just a mental
28.
switch. All weekend
Two
you're just worried about
competitors
hitting the
still
10 ring.
Was Tanya Galantine, I think, the only 28 we saw?
And
No, the
Paige
first 2 were
Pierce of
28s.
California.
First 2 were 28s, okay.
Mm-hmm.
So we have 2 30s, and they're the last 2 left. Everybody else, sorry, but next year. You're going to split a whole bunch of money. Thank you all. Give them a big round of applause. We've got 2 30s left. Everybody else can take their targets down.
The retiring competitors will be ranked by X count in the Vegas shoot for prize
Okay.
money distribution.
So I don't know why they did it different for the
Now
other
shooting for
divisions, but
second and third, Ella
Yeah, for
Gibson
the
of
youth.
Great Britain versus Paige Pierce of the United States
Well,
of
we are
America.
where we are.
give them some experience.
Yeah, 2 remaining to decide who's going to be 2nd and 3rd place. Reminder, Grayson Fletcher from Indiana with the big W. The only competitor out of the 102 that competed in the championship compound female category shot a perfect 900 score for an all-by-yourself victory. Alone at the top.
And now we're down to Paige and Ella, who are no strangers to shooting off against one another. They both have shot against each other in a variety of disciplines. Both shoot field. They both have done World Cups, whole host of different events.
Those are those panic shots, right? Like, oh, come on, really? It went off and the dot wasn't quite in the middle.
Yep. That was pretty quick. One end down to 2. I didn't expect that, to be honest.
Paige Pierce, both shot 30s. They're in for another end of
These
shooting.
2, though, like you
The
mentioned.
X counts as 10. Good luck, ladies.
I mean, can you
Archers
imagine
to the
how
line.
many victories are between these 2 athletes? Like
Oof.
across all the disciplines, really, right?
That's
You know,
the thing,
Paige
right?
is-
They both shoot everything.
everything. Such a complete shooter. Field and safaris.
And that's why you
indoor.
see Ella's ranked world #1 right now, and that really comes down to she shoots indoors, she shoots field, she shoots outdoors,
Paige
which all
with
go
a
into it.
winner
And
is 10,
there's other women who
and
don't. They may be,
Ella looks like
winning
she
more
has
on the outdoor
an
circuit,
arrow
but
just out
she's
of the
shooting all
X
3
ring.
events.
There's the first bobble, though, from Gibson. That's going to be a 9. Paige's first arrow is a 10.
Hmm.
Look at the rig that Paige has going on with that stabilizer setup.
They're so long.
Second shot is an X. Looks
I
like
think her rear
Paige has
rods are as
a
long as some
9.
people's front rods.
Without question. They might. Those rods are so long, her sidebars, that they might even be illegal. You couldn't even use those in the hunter category. They're way too long.
Yeah.
She's got stabilizers to stabilize stabilizers.
Paige with an X.
Paige isn't
Ella's
afraid to
previous
play
shot
with
was also
stuff.
an
That's
X.
for
No.
sure.
Could have a draw.
Yeah.
We'll find out
Paige
when
had an
Bruce and
opportunity
the
there.
judges
Looks like they're both
Looks
29.
like-
Yeah.
Yeah. We'll wait for official
Paige's second
confirmation.
arrow, Ella's first.
Gibson, 29. And Pierce, 29. We'll do it again.
We'll do it again.
Looks like the situation is that the archers would like to change target faces. I can't blame them.
I was waiting for that.
After just a couple ends, they're shot out pretty well.
Had a feeling those big fat arrows really
Great
create
precision
holes, and if you
from
got
both
nines,
ladies, Paige Pierce and Ella Gibson.
the one thing you're going to see, they're going to hang their target slightly off from where their last target was again, just to prevent any arrows from getting pulled.
Paige
Funny.
Pierce, of course, has been on the top podium here at Vegas before, as well as at other events like the Championship.
That
of the
actually
World.
is a
Ella
good
Gibson with her
point,
share
Crystal, that you kind of
World
bring
Cup
up. It's like
medals.
with experience,
Both of them
oftentimes
tremendously accomplished
you get
archers.
to
Paige
learn
Pierce
not
with
only
a
obviously
lengthy
how your
career
shot
so
is,
far for
lighting
such a young
conditions,
person.
whatever situation there is,
Started out as a junior
but you get to
compound
kind of know
competitor,
the
has
targets
been on
that
the
you're
top
shooting
podiums
on.
ever since.
And the morel targets that we shoot are very good
Pride of
targets,
Central
but
California.
if you start off on a
Okay,
morel
ladies,
target
same format.
XXX
X counts as
and then you
10.
do it again,
Archers
right?
to the
Like
You're
line.
loving
XXX.
it.
Good luck.
Yeah, you're loving it because it really will, like, almost in a way guide your arrow into that hole if you're just a
Yeah.
little bit off.
Yeah. Sucks it right in.
Yep. I've had that happen. Had a 14x half before, and then you have to change targets in NFA from top to bottom, and
Paige with an X.
I was into that.
And also Ella with an X.
Into those X count. Good shot by Paige.
Oh, you've shot a 300 here before.
I have. I'm looking at the target hanging on my wall right now. Not a big X count, but we don't want to talk about that.
Yeah, it doesn't matter in Vegas. It's all about the 300.
Paige with an X. Ella with a 9.
Good friend of
Oh,
mine from
you can
here
tell
where I
by her
live is Ella
face.
goes high. Yeah. Good friend of mine from here who shot his first Vegas. He asked me advice, and I had said to him, whatever your arrow average is at home, if you can equal that in Vegas, you've done an outstanding job.
That's huge. Yep, yep.
We only show you
Then to
these
win,
matches
Paige
here,
Pierce
these shoot-off
appears
matches,
to
as it looks
have
like Paige is
caught the
going to
line.
come in with a solid 30 points and take
Bruce will
second
make it
place.
official with the judges in a moment.
And
It'll
that's
be
really what
official,
makes
but-
the winner of this division so much more impressive. Hearing her say that was her first 300. I mean, I know how that feels to shoot your first 300 in Vegas, but she did it 3 days in a row. I mean, that's just absolutely incredible.
Insane. Absolutely insane.
Gibson,
Although I
29.
will say that after you shoot your first 300 in Vegas, the second one, especially if you're here,
Is easier.
right? If you shot it Friday or Saturday, your
Yeah.
second one goes a lot easier.
Yep.
So congratulations
Second
to
place for
Paige Pierce, who will get
and
second
third
place
for
in the
Ella
category
Gibson of
for
Great Britain. Congratulations
this year.
to both competitors after
and
a
Ella
grueling
Gibson
3 days of
will
shooting
be
to come
third.
here to the PH
And once
Live
again, tip the
Theater
cap
for
to
the greatest
Grayson
stage
Fletcher
in the sport of
from
archery
Indiana here in the
to
United
finish up
States
their
on her
rivalry.
victory in the championship
Let's hear
compound
it from
female
both of these great
category
competitors,
with her
ladies and
perfect
gentlemen.
900 score. And like Crystal said, she shot her very first 300 ever
And for
on
the other
Thursday,
9
did it again
ladies who
Friday,
made it to
and
the
then
final
on
here today.
Saturday. The perfect Vegas. So, Crystal, we're going to shift gears a little bit here for the next match coming up, because now we're going to.
Are we going to see some winners now?
winners? We got 2 categories to decide winners.
Yay.
Yeah, that's right. Coming up next is going to be championship recurve female. Casey Koffold, Victoria Sebastian from France, both coming in with 883s. Koffold with 42 X's and Sebastian with 37 X's. So that next match that we have coming up, once we get all this sorted, it's going to determine who wins in the championship recurve female category. I'm excited.
And their score at an 883, that would have put them top 10, I think 8th or 9th in the men's division. So it's a pretty good shooting on with these women.
Yeah, without question. And I think also part of that is, how do you prioritize what you're going to do, right? You know, we've been around, you and I, long enough to know that in Olympic years, some people don't prioritize indoor at all. They'll come shoot indoor because they want to shoot, but they won't change their setup at all. And so you see scores maybe drop a little bit. And during those off seasons, you'll see, those off times, you'll see people go full in on the indoor season. Well, congratulations to Paige Pierce on her being at the top of the pile on the 11-way tie for second place.
Shooting for the female championship recurve championship of the Vegas Shoot 2025, Olympic medalist from Pennsylvania, Casey Koffold. And her opponent in the championship recurve female shoot-off from France, this is Victoria Sebastian. Casey will be shooting on target number 4, and Victoria will be shooting on target number 5 as we're about to get underway.
Hey,
Well, Casey, Crystal, we saw Casey come out with 2 bows in her hand. Is that something you typically see with recurve shooters?
I think for some people, it just gives them some extra confidence. It's kind of like the, you know, the emergency blanket.
And target 6 for Victoria Sebastian.
Go ahead and put your targets and your name
I think in the years that I've been in archery,
Now,
which,
unlike in
you know,
World Archery
in the long,
competition, these
in the
competitors
amount of
will be
time
shooting
archery's been a thing in the
simultaneously.
world, it hasn't been that long. But I think the amount of like dual bow setups have really dropped, especially on the compound side. You see a lot of people traveling with one bow, confident that, you know, of mechanicals and those types of things. But I also remember not too long ago, a compound shooter by the name of Mike Schlusser, literally end to end changing bow to bow to bow and shooting a perfect score, which I still I still cannot fathom. Yeah, it's
I think a lot of compound shooters still have 2 bows, and some will travel with both. But when it comes to a finals, you very rarely will see 2 anymore, because with compound, the scores are so tight. If something happens on an arrow, the match is over. It's not like set scoring with recurve where you can get back in it by shooting a miss or something. It's game over, and so having that second bow becomes less important.
Your thoughts on the setup right now? You have 2 competitors that are now separated by that lane in the middle. Do you like that? Do you like being all by yourself in front of this crowd? Do you think it adds extra pressure, or you personally would like the distance between your competitor? Even though, because they're right and left-handed shooters, they're actually back-to-back. So
Yeah. I was going to say, in this case, I think it makes no difference. I personally, you know, in a finals match, typically for World Archery, you're going to be spaced apart, but I like to be close to the competitor. I like to feel their nerves and use that to my advantage. Almost identical arrows there.
Yeah, Casey, and both of them actually just grabbing some clicks. So first time on stage here at PH Live Theater under these lights, unique lighting conditions from what they were shooting at in various, there's a couple of different places that people were shooting in this new venue.
And just the practice, I'm sure there's a practice area. It's going to have different lighting than what you see out here. So both of them are shooting skinny arrows, you can see. So again, very typical to see that on the recurve side, especially for people who are shooting, the international outdoor circuit, not wanting to change.
Yeah, but as we get done with our practice end, Crystal, it always poses the question that archers have, especially on on both sides, really. If you are, from a compound perspective, if you are faced with a 23 diameter arrow or a 27 diameter arrow, and you're like, well, the 23 comes off my bow a little bit better, but the 27 is larger, so I catch more lines. If you're a coach and you have one of your athletes is asking you that question, what advice are you going to give them on which direction to go?
I really think it comes down to how close the two are. You got to score them both. I mean, for me, back with what arrows were available at the time that I was shooting Vegas and World Cups, the 23s are what shot best for me. And I could never get a 27. When I missed with the 27, it was a big 9. Whereas, maybe my X count wasn't quite as high, but I was consistently better with the 23s. And so that's what I shot every time. And in fact, based on spine charts, I should have been a 23-15, but a 23-12, which is even a little bit smaller, that's what consistently scored the best for me and where I had confidence. So it comes down to what you feel most confident. If you feel more confident with the 27s that you're going to break the lines, and I think there's so much more arrows out there now available for shorter draw lengths and stuff that you can make 27s or at least 25s work. Because I know Braden Galantine, for example, for years couldn't shoot anything but a 25. He wasn't shooting 27s even at his draw length and poundage. But now he's able to shoot a 27. And I think you see the same thing with a lot of the women.
Sebastian with that look on her face because she knew that Koffold had shot that 9 and just thought opportunity was there. Couldn't close it. Plenty of time for Koffold to just let down, relax.
A 29 is the score to beat.
.120-second clock. In front of Casey to her left, she has that clock, so she's well aware of how much time is available.
And again, that's a really long time for people used to international world archery. They're used to 20 seconds per arrow.
Well, let's save that number 1 right there by shooting that X. Our first end of scoring, standard scoring, which means that both of the center rings score as 10. And this will be it for that. They're going to go to inner ring only scoring.
And Sebastian, 29. We're still tied.
All tied up to get that number 1 plate and be crowned champion of the recurve female division here at the Vegas Shoot 2025. If you're just joining us, welcome to the PH Live Theater. A new look venue as well from what we've had in the past here at Planet Hollywood Resort and Casino. A lot of people unsure of what this tournament was going to be like. Shooting at three different venues, all attached to each other with basically, it's kind of like a triangle configuration in terms of where these hotels are, where different classes were shooting, and the vendor area is somewhere located in the middle. But from all accounts, Crystal Gavin and I have talked to people. It's been an outstanding experience, and a lot of people planning on coming back next year. Wouldn't surprise me, Crystal, if they have a record-breaking crowd next year, as nearly 4,000 people descended on Vegas to shoot this tournament. In the variety of categories we have.
So Casey's got a 10 to I think a 9. Because again, we're inner 10 now.
Ooh, both of
Hard to tell with those tiny. Yeah. This is where recurve, that inner 10, whew, it's a whole different ball game.
With a couple of very close arrows, we'll wait for the judges to make the call.
The thing to remember is that it's not the hole your arrow punches in the paper. It's where the arrow sits. So where it's at rest.
Yep, it could hit in the middle, but if it rips out. Oh.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
What did Bruce call there?
And Sebastian.
He called it
30.
a 30. Wait, he's scoring it wrong.
We will do it again.
Maybe he's not.
I guess
Maybe
we didn't go to Ender 10.
in recurve. Maybe in recurve they're not shooting the X.
No, the men in the third place. We went to Inner. I think Casey made it. I think Casey was confused. See if he announces anything.
All right, same scoring. Archers to the line. Good luck.
Yeah, so on the end number 3 scoring that we have the upper left-hand part of your screen, they're both scoring at 10. That could be the difference there. For Sebastian, that one's out. In the 9 ring. A 10 here, though, will put pressure on Koffold. Got it.
10-10-10 victory for Casey Koffold of the United States of America. Bruce is about to make it official.
Rack up another one for Casey Koffold and a big victory in Vegas.
Koffold 30.
That's on us. I mean, we thought they were going to Inner 10 scoring, and I guess it's the entire
And
10 ring.
Sebastian, second place.
Yeah.
Give her a big round of applause with a 29. And the Vegas champion, Casey Koffold.
Another one for Casey Koffold in the books.
Once again,
It's
let's hear
interesting
it
to
for
think
both
that
of these
Casey's still
competitors,
on her
ladies
way
and
up the
gentlemen.
ladder
Victoria
on Crystal.
Sebastian of France, our second place.
Oh, yeah.
Vegas
Another
shoot
Olympics
winner,
looming
and Casey
in a couple
Koffold
of
the
years.
United
On home
States,
soil.
number 1
Oh,
with a
big one.
victory
Los
here
Angeles.
in Vegas. Coming up shortly, our championship compound young adult shoot-off.
So we have one more match to go in this early round. We started off a couple hours ago with our main event, which is our championship open category, where we had the shooters come out and get a practice session in
That's
to
a great
really
photo, and
figure
Bruce
out
is
the
headed
lighting
up
and the
now to have
situation
a
here on
brief
this brand
word
new
with
stage.
Casey Koffold of the
And we had
United
a
States of America.
variety of shoot-offs for second and third place, and our first of the day for first place, and it's won by Casey
There
Koffold.
you go.
Bruce Call trying to
You guys look
photobomb
way more dangerous
Casey.
than the announcers do. All right, Casey, we just want to ask you 2 questions. Have you won Vegas before?
I have once in 2020.
And what do you think of this little field of play?
This was definitely more high stakes pressure. I won outright last time, so to do a shoot off was a lot of fun, and I had a great time. And yeah, it feels good to be up on stage.
That's cool. Well, congratulations to both of you. Casey, once again, Vegas champion.
Let's hear it for both of these great ladies and gentlemen.
I was on her bail when she won that one outright.
Mm-hmm.
You some people out there may be thinking, what are you talking about? Well, when I'm in Vegas and I compete and I have meetings and things to do, and so every now and then the good folks from my NCO decide to stick me on crazy places to shoot. And one time on Sunday, they put me on the #1 female recurve bail. It was the top 3 and me with my compound bow. And Crystal, I wanted to be nothing to do with it. So I went down and said, score your own thing. I won't have anything to do with it. And they said, absolutely not. You're scoring because you don't have a dog in the fight.
Yep.
Championship
Yep.
young adult category shoot off for first place. Representing the Empire State, New York, please welcome Jacob Merkel. Representing the Golden State, California, this is Caleb Kiocho. Bruce Call will take over now as we prepare for this shoot-off in the championship compound young adult category.
Boys, come right over here. Stand in the middle, face the crowd, get the big Vegas logo behind you. One of you is going to be the champion, one's going to be second. Face the crowd and give them a big smile and give them all a big round of applause, everybody.
This is so Bruce Call, Crystal, isn't it? Go ahead, get in
Oh,
front of
yeah.
everybody, smile. You don't think the pressure's on? Like, if you come out there and just face the target the whole time, you might be able to tune the crowd out a little bit.
We'll have one practice end, then we'll have regulation scoring.
Yeah, just wait till we get to the 30-person shoot off. Bruce will definitely try to put some pressure on people in that one. You can see on the bail there 9 and 10. That would indicate the lane you're on. So you'll see that being utilized later on tonight here in Las Vegas. But right now, when you're going head to head, put the target right in the middle and get after it. All right, for Merkel, those of you who are familiar with World Superbike and world champion Freddie Merkel, no relation. Although, Crystal, just so you know, because I know you don't know who I'm talking about, Fred Merkel, multi-time World Superbike champ, is competing in archery. He shoots out in California.
All right.
Shoots Reading.
Good to hear.
Yeah. Yeah.
I like to see when people from other sports are coming in.
And for Caleb Cuocho from California.
Okay, boys. This will
won this last year, going for it again. Both came in here with 899s, only missing 1 point. Merkel with a 73 X count, and Cuocho with 70. So both perfectly capable of shooting high X counts. Big breath. Practice end here. For Caleb, you saw that little bit of bobble. You saw his arrow drift down in the 10 ring. He knew, right? He knew that that shot wasn't the perfect shot, so he's not going to go to his sight and grab it.
That's a pretty one.
Mm-hmm. You can see the yellow line where the archers are standing on, and the distance between where they're standing and the target face is 20 yards. Or 1/5.
All right, practice
American
complete.
football
Now
field.
the competitors will
That's
retrieve
math,
their arrows
Crystal.
and we'll be getting into action
Wow.
to decide the champion of the Vegas Shoot 2020.
Didn't know I could do math, huh?
In this young adult
Did not.
championship compound.
I thought you were just a pretty face.
Yeah. As long as the clapper's activated, the lights are out. Championship compound, young adults. Merkel versus Quiocho.
We'll be taking a break to reset the field of play following this.
And you see Caleb there. What's he doing, Crystal?
For the World Archery.
He's closing up the hole so it's not big and obvious. His eye's not going to get drawn to that instead of switching out the target face. That's something you'll see a lot of compound archers with the fat arrows. Try to just make the yellow kind of smooth over again.
Is it legal in all the different disciplines we shoot where we shoot paper?
No. People do it, but it's not always legal. We'll just leave it at that.
Here it is. Here it's legal in NFAA competition. It's perfectly legal to do that. And yeah, especially if you're a shooter, I think, that shoots with a fiber pin. And so you can see a lot of the target. If you have a fiber pin, you don't want your eye drawn to that hole. Or maybe if you have a really tiny dot. You see Caleb just dropped the arrow off to rest. Just a little movement, gets it right back on there. It's pretty standard. Happens quite a bit.
So two solid 10s, X's. I guess we're scoring this round.
Yeah, this will be scoring and the standard scoring. When you look at the way both of these shooters shoot, I noticed that the hand position completely different on both these archers. As a coach, would you work on changing that, or would you work on encouraging what's comfortable?
I always encourage what's comfortable within reason, because everybody's face shape's different, their arm lengths are different, you know, above their elbow versus below the elbow, and all that comes into play in what's consistent and repeatable, because that's really the name of the game with compound. What can you consistently repeat?
All square after 3 arrows.
Looks like we're tied up at 30. Once again, here for this
Bruce is going to make it
victory,
with our judges.
when we're in this particular situation,
10 to X-ring score.
highest score will dictate the win. So 30 in this case. If you tie it with a 30, then we move on to our next end of scoring.
Quiocho, 30. We'll shoot again.
All right. So now we should be going, I believe, to inner 10 only.
Good look at the shooter's equipment being used here at the Vegas Shoot 2025 at the PH Live Theater, Planet Hollywood Resort and Casino.
Okay, this end you will be shooting where the X counts as 10. Once again, only the X will count as 10. Archers to the line, good luck.
So in talking about that hand position, Crystal, on Caleb Quiocho, you can see right there in the blue. I just got a text message from his coach, Mel Nichols, and he said that they've actually been working on that angle. And when they found that position for his hand, it's been working great outdoor season. So he's just super comfortable with the way he's shooting it. And that's great. You can see it looks a little different from some people. Nice flat hand versus what Merkel's doing, where you can see more of his palm.
Yeah, mine was a flatter like that, and again, that's where I said you got to find what works for you and what's repeatable.
Ooh, Merkel dropped that one low. So if we're at where we think we are with the scoring, which is inner 10 ring only, then Merkel's at a 19, but Caleb now
20.
sitting at 20.
Ooh, that's another potential liner there, so. Oh, wow. That's a nice looking target.
Certainly is.
From California. Bruce will make it a right now.
It's always fun to see the young adult class.
Yeah, that's definitely looks like a lot of pressure on that one. I don't think Bruce Cole helped out a lot by having him come out and face the crowd and wave.
Congratulations.
Caleb Kyocho.
Congratulations. Thank you so much.
Great shooting by Caleb Cuyocho, his back-to-back here in Vegas, and a huge sigh of relief, and what a way to do it. An impressive-looking 30 points.
Get your leg.
Now he's got to deal with the camera in his face, you know.
Hey, Bruce, this is not the first time I believe I've seen Caleb on a
talking to him,
Vegas
maybe.
podium. So as you guys talk about it, let's get the skinny.
We know the skinny. Back-to-back.
All right, so young man, I'm pretty sure I had a hard time pronouncing your name last year. Did you win last year?
Sure.
And what's the difference between last year and this year?
The venue, I love the venue. It's really good. The stadium is really sets the mood. It's nice.
That's awesome. And you're from?
California.
Yeah. Big round of applause, man. 2 years in a row, Vegas champion.
And also congratulations to our second place competitor from the Empire State, Jacob Merkel. Let's hear it for both of these gentlemen, ladies and gentlemen, the future of our sport right there. Now, officially, that completes our competition for now.
All right, well, that'll do it for us now. We have more archery coming at you, so make sure you stay tuned. Check it out when we're going to be back on air, because we have World Archery Indoor World Series Finals, as well as the Championship Open category for that $50,000. Any last thoughts, Crystal?
I think it was just a lot of fun, and can't wait to see the evenings.
All right, thanks so much for joining us, and we'll see you real soon as archery continues from the PH Live Theater, Planet Hollywood Resort and Casino in Las Vegas, Nevada, 2025 edition.
Please rise and remove your cover for the national anthem of the United States of America.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land
This is Vegas 2025. Ladies and gentlemen, we're about to start the Vegas Shoot 2025 Championship Compound Open Final. 30 competitors from around the world, 60 countries and all 50 states represented here tonight as we're about to get underway.
New year,
New venue.
new day. New year, new venue. New day. New year, new venue.
New day.
New year, new venue. New day. New year, new venue. New day. New year, new venue. New day.
New year, new day, new year.
Same target. The Vegas main event starts now.
Organizer of the Vegas Shoot, Mr. Bruce Cull.
All I can say is, wow. Every ticket's gone. I hope you enjoy this. This is a definite first for me, and I think it is for everybody else. I can't thank you enough for coming, and I want to just thank you all on behalf of our entire staff, all the sponsors, all of you, our customers, and welcome to the 2025 Vegas Shoot Shoot-Off. And here we go.
Shooting for the Championship Compound Open, please welcome from Montana, Bodie Turner. Mathias Fullerton of Denmark. From the Netherlands, Mike Schluter. From South Dakota, the United States of America, James Lutz. From the Republic of France, Nicolas Tiroir. Representing Alabama, Matthew Burns. Representing the great nation of Canada, Christopher Perkins. Representing Kansas, Jeff Rainey. Representing Minnesota, the one and only Sonia Sullivan. Representing Wisconsin, Louis Holmes III. From the great state of Oklahoma, Taylor Spoelstra. The pride of Missouri, Remington Boyer. nation of Slovenia, Tim Chesnick. From the great state of Montana, Chris Shaw. From Tennessee, Ace Coleman. From the Republic of Mexico, Sebastian Garcia. From the state of New Mexico, Colton Green. Representing Arizona, this is Dennis Carter. From the great state of Minnesota, Nick Capers. From Idaho, please welcome Michael Allman. From the great nation of Austria, this is world champion Nico Vina. From the Kingdom of Denmark, this is Martin Damsbo. From the state of Kansas, this is Tyson Klein. From the heart of America, the great state of Ohio, Travis Tracy. From the great nation of France, Pierre-Julien Deloche. From Idaho, this is Nick Ingham. From the great archery nation of India, Rishabh Yadav. Representing Kentucky, Braden Reed. And our lucky dog from India, this is Ojas Pravan Deodali.
All right, athletes, let's give them a great picture. Line up right on the shooting line. Leave your bows right where they are. We're going to take a picture. Here's your chance, everybody, while they're all here, all 30 of them.
exciting. One of the best I've seen as an opener for the Vegas shoot. We're at the PH Live Theater, Planet Hollywood Resort and Casino here in Las Vegas, Nevada. 30 archers, 29 shooting perfect 900s to get here. And the age range pretty incredible, Rio, from 19 years old to 46 years old, and all kinds of ages in between. So, Rio, looking at this talented field, what are your thoughts going into this?
Lots of thoughts all over the board. There's a lot of good shooters there, a lot of different people with different wins. The cool part about Vegas is you got guys who aren't even sponsored. You got guys out there just brought their money, wanted to come play and put up good scores, and it's awesome.
So tell us about the field of play, Rio.
All right, you're going to have 18 meters to a Vegas-sized target. They're going to start out, I believe they're going to do practice end, and then they will go into scoring. Usually they do one round of regular scoring. They have changed that at times to going straight to the Inter X, but we'll see where they got it lined out and stuff. This year, like I said, a little different, doing 2 lines. It'll be interesting to see how that changes things. Lots of differences in the new venue. So anyone who's won it before, your experience is not as much an advantage because, like I said, lots of differences. So it could be something crazy, new and different, or it could be one of our great shooters that's always been there.
For people watching archery for the first time, tell us in more detail, what does 2 lines mean?
That means you'll have, out of the 30 archers, you'll have 15 step up and shoot the bottom target. And the reason they shoot the bottom target first is so it doesn't cast shadows on the guy shooting next. So then you'll go off the line. They'll have their time limit that they have, their 2 minutes. Then the next line will step up and shoot their arrows, and they'll be the top target. Then you'll proceed down to score versus just one set of targets like we've seen in the other matches, come down and score and pull.
And this has never been done in the history of the Vegas shoot. So like Rio said, it's going to be really interesting to see how this pans out. But Rio, does this put more of an emphasis when you're practicing for a tournament like this to make sure that you shoot both bottom target and top target? Or if you're a tall person like me, I have a tendency to just sit it up high the whole time, and then I get to the tournament and the target's low if I get caught on the bottom, and then it's a bit challenging.
Well, my biggest question, too, is how did they decide who's top and bottom? Like,
that is the question,
guys
right?
like the bottom better as you like top. And so if you lost whatever you lost to get there, that can affect it mentally, too. And so there's a lot of parts to this that are going to be very interesting to see through the night as to where they go and what they end up.
Well, a note quickly, like if you come to shoot NFAA in Vegas and you're in this situation, you get assigned a target. Let's say that you're on target 7, you could be 7A, and I could be 7B, 7C, 7D. But when you go to the Vegas shoot, unlike, say, World Archery or USA Archery, whatever target you're assigned, you have to shoot it. But in NFAA, it's like first come, first served on the bell. So I wonder if that was the same, or perhaps they said, okay, the people that are divided up, these 29 shooters that all shot perfect 900s, are actually divided up based on how many X's they shot. And so we know that the first person introduced was Bodie Turner, and that's because he shot the highest X count, and that put him on top of the pile. And that X count, by the way, of 90 arrows that he shot was 89 X's.
Yeah.
So now Bruce
New
Cole is
record.
just having a conversation with the field on what they can expect and what they can do. And once again, if you're just joining us, earlier, a few hours ago, he brought this entire field, Bruce Cull did, out onto this stage, and they were able to shoot a practice round. It was about 40 minutes or so of practice. So you should have most of these shooters all dialed in already to the lighting conditions and to the top and the bottom target.
You should, but it changes when it walks out there for the big title.
Right now,
You know,
because,
so
it was not that easy win for us. We played eight rounds straight away, me and Abhishek Verma, my senior, and it was fun, but my nerves was like doop 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 like the previous one, but still I make it. I loved it. I love playing over here. The last arrow feeling, I was not knowing that I won or not, but the time I came here, I was like, oh shit, I won. So yeah, it was a great feeling winning here.
From Ojas Diatale, he's the lucky dog. Rio, explain the lucky dog.
Well, they give an advantage to an 899. You get a walkout and you shoot for inside out, and you go till you're the last one standing, and then you get kind of a reprieve to be put back into the shoot-off. So it's kind of a different deal. It's been around a little while. There has been a couple of them win the tournament, so it's a different deal. To me, it's kind of one of those. It's I don't know how well I love it, because every guy out there that shot a 900 didn't get a chance to miss, and the lucky dog did. So it's cool. Some people love it, some people hate it, but it is part of the game, and it makes excitement for people. And so
well, the one caveat too about the lucky dog. Sorry, the one caveat about the lucky dog is Ojas Diatale comes in as the 30th shooter. So he only has two options. Either he's going to win it all, or he goes all the way back to 30th place. There is no, even if he shoots to second place. And so there is that deal. But yeah, you're right. There are mixed feelings. I think with the lucky dog, the fans, I think, like it. But some of the shooters, their argument has been, I've already beat them once because I shot a 900. They shot an 899. Why do they get a second go at it? But this is where we are.
And like I said, it's the game. I can't. You can't be mad at the game. Like, it's been, Bruce put it in, and it's been really. It gives people more of a thought that they have a chance, and it has given guys a chance. I mean, two of them have won it, so touche.
So your top three qualifiers, we're looking at Bodie Turner out of Montana, 18 years old, 2022 champ. Matthias Fullerton at 21 years old, just right there in the middle right part of your screen, standing next to Jimmy Lutz. So it looks like, although qualification-wise, Mike Schlusser was P3. So I wonder if maybe they gave option, maybe starting at Bodie and said top or bottom, Fullerton top or bottom, Schlusser top or bottom, you know, and perhaps they did it that way. We're trying to get word on that from the people we're in communication with.
Yeah. And it could have been off ranking. That would be fair.
Mm-hmm. I know that arrows are arrows, right? But what is, you know, your preference would be bottom or top target?
I think I like the bottom a little more. I always feel like that's one that you can shoot and you're done first, especially where there's two lines. If I can have my 3X's down there and the other group's got to come in and look at it, good for me.
I'm the opposite for you. I
Just
like
like we
shooting
talked
top target. Physically, top target, for sure. But that's why I have to make sure I practice bottom target.
Yeah, see, I like the bottom because, like I said, in the order you go in, that makes the most difference.
So you can see that the other shooters that have already shot on the bottom targets were basically they came back on. So now top target's going to pull their arrows first and then bottom target. I've always thought, like, I don't think a lot of people put a lot of thought into it, but for me, just for range safety, I always like when the top target pulls their arrows first. That way, if you're bottom target, you don't lean in and like poke your face, poke your eye.
I've seen guys cut their eyebrows with a knock on an arrow, and I had a guy one time do that and saw it, and the guys were like, "Man, he bleeded more than an elk I shot."
Yeah, that definitely happens.
Yeah.
Well, the good news about this Vegas Shoot 2025 here at the PH Live Theater, some of the biggest names in archery in compound are here. And also, though, exciting for us, there are a couple people that we have not seen before. And the cool thing about this tournament is everything's reset to 0. Anybody can win it. And Rio, it's been a while since we've had someone unusual, someone unexpected win this tournament.
Yeah, I mean, it's been a while. I can't say, probably the last one I saw that was kind of out of the extraordinary was Alex Wiffler. Like, just something different. Like, not everybody expected him. He was not our high X count guy. He wasn't that. In fact, I'll go out and say, probably I will bet 75% of the time that the highest guy doesn't win this tournament. It's the craziest thing, and you and I have talked about that doing this broadcast. It just doesn't happen a lot, and I don't know what it is. I mean, I won it 3 times, and only once was I the top guy. So it's really I don't know if it's a mindset or what it is, but it just doesn't happen that often. So I'll be curious to watch and see how it goes.
All right, so this first end is going to be regular scoring. So if you were just shooting the large ring in the middle is your 10 ring. Right? It should be one end of practice. We should be off and running.
Yeah, we should be off and running. Yep. And we don't lose very many at this point, which, I mean, we shouldn't. You guys have shot 90 arrows and haven't missed one. So 3 more, shouldn't be that big a deal.
Shouldn't be, but every now and again you lose one.
Be. Yeah, you get
Nerves
one bump
get
in the
to you.
road. Yeah.
What's more stressful, Rio? The first arrow of you've shot 600 over 2 days. Now you're getting ready for your 3rd day. First arrow or the last arrow of shooting a perfect score? Meaning first arrow
Probably more the
day
first.
number 3.
Probably the first few arrows. Because the last few, to me, I've learned to teach myself that, like, hey, if you shot 87 good ones, 3 more ain't that hard. And your mind can lock in and just roll. So it's a lot of mindset. And the tough part is with 30 archers, it's hard to tell who's doing what. There's so much going on.
All right, bottom line off.
Unique to the Vegas shoot this year, these archers will get off the field of play, go to the side, and you can see how they've split them up. So it's quicker that way. So the bottom targets have already shot, and what we're seeing there looks pretty clean. Nothing. Oh, Damsbow. Looks like Damsbow had one drop out of the bottom.
There was a couple that looked close earlier on them. I mean, like, there was 1 or 2 that looked high, but it's hard to tell from here.
Top line is up. This is your first and only official practice.
And by the way, if you do come to Vegas to compete or you shoot in NFA tournaments, if you're shooting like a Vegas round, which is 30 arrows, you shoot your first 15 arrows, and then if you're a top target, you're actually going to switch to the bottom target. Bottom changes to the top.
Yeah.
So as we look at this first end of scoring with all these shooters, Rio, what would you tell a new shooter to try to start at the top or try to start at the bottom?
I like to start. It depends on your height. Like you talk about being more comfortable at the top, but to me, I always say start at the top so you finish on the bottom. So you finish first is one mental part of it, and then not only that, but as you get tired, you don't have to hold your bow up as high. So it's got 2 avenues in my mind.
Yeah,
like
yeah.
It just is 2 parts.
Ooh,
Remington didn't look so happy there.
Yeah. There's our 18-year-old. Crazy to think that Bodie Turner's only 18. It feels like he's been around long enough and shot at such the tip-top level that he's a veteran.
Yeah.
And just so you know, an interesting fact about Bodie Turner is his favorite color is blue. Okay.
Interesting.
There's Chris Schaff wearing the hat of his son Trexton, who is a motocross hill climb kid. Was able to race in Detroit at the AMA Supercross event on a little KTM. He was with his son. A lifetime event that was pretty spectacular. Schaff tries to balance that life of archery and his kid traveling around to the races.
Yeah,
all of
that's a tough one.
I have to say, Rio, I love the new judges' shirts. I think they're cool. Add a little bit of color
Yeah,
to them.
they're different. Yeah, 100%.
Up to 3 judges will be checking the scores.
See if we can hear some of what Bruce has to say on these arrow calls.
So much at stake. That is the tradition here in Vegas.
It's not really a tradition, but
Joseph, 30. Yellow, 30. Holmes, 30.
They're doing something different. It seems to me that they're like the one guy's calling them, and maybe if they're close, they bring in the other three.
Yeah, that's what the plan has been.
Sullivan, 30. Dansville, 29.
Martin Dansville,
We lost
29.
Burns, 30. Allman,
And Martin's been second here before, so he's a great shot. It's awesome to see him shooting a 900.
Good shooting.
Gerard, 30. Capers, 30. Slosher, 30. Green, 30.
And this to me, like the first end or whatever, I always like used it to try and kind of dial in so that I'd be ready for the next end when the X's counted. Like I wasn't so worried about hitting X's in the first one. It was more about getting ready for the next.
Coleman, 30. Fullerton, 30.
Garcia's target on the bottom of 12.
Garcia,
Super clean.
30.
Yeah.
Lutz, 30. Carter, 30. Perkins, 30. Wiener, 30. Rainey, 30. Tracy, 30. Spolstra, 30.
You can call Klein, but it looks like Klein's in.
Hoyer, 30.
Or the other one, he didn't call Spolster. Oh, he did call it Spolster, yeah.
Ingham, 30. Alumba, 19. And Reed, 30.
A 19?
Get your
Yeah.
yeah. Those
Yeah.
eliminated.
You have to think he probably just had that release go off, right? Like,
Oh,
it
yeah.
happens.
Yeah.
We didn't see his target to see if he actually hit the bail or not.
Yeah.
So in listening to that, I only caught 2, Rio. Did you catch any more than Damsbo or Lumba?
No,
that were
just
out
the
in
2.
First round?
No, just
Okay.
those 2.
So that's going to take us down to
So it puts
28
us-
shooters.
Yeah. But when you go to X's, that's when it starts dropping them off in a hurry.
Oh, yeah. With this field as talented as they are, Rio, any predictions on how deep we're going to get into this tournament?
Man, I don't know. Because we've seen some shoot-offs this year go a long ways with Bodie and them and different guys. And so,
Fullerton, I mean, 18 ends.
yeah, I mean, you never know. It could go quick. I mean, it could be bang, 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 and it could go forever. So it's going to be interesting to see where it goes.
Top prize, $50,000 for the winner. And then you add to that some contingency available. Like in this division, Rio, if you're shooting a Matthews, first place is $50,000. Woo! On top of the other $50,000 you got. Pretty impressive.
Yeah. Is it 50 or 57? Because I remember Bruce had it going up 1,000 every year for it was. So
it's 50. Yeah, it's back to 50.
Is that? Got ya. But still, even at that, you put that contingency in, man, with all your other stuff, you could be at 120 grand in a hurry.
In a hurry.
And that's not a bad
That'll
weekend.
set your year nice. Not too bad.
Yeah.
You know, you say not too bad for 3 days of work, right? Like people say that, but you know how much goes into all this practice. And you have such a variety of shooter here. You have people that have full-time jobs, you know, that only get to shoot early morning or maybe in the afternoon. You have other people that work at archery shops with a full-time job that may have their pick of when they can shoot. And then you have, you know, your full-timers, you know, like Fullerton and Schlusser and Lutz, you know, that are able to, Perkins, you know, to dedicate as much time and as much effort as they want into their sport. And, you know, oftentimes that's why you see Mike Schlusser for as long as he has at #1 in world archery, you know, for a record amount of time.
Yeah.
And Fullerton, who's been shredding as of late, but can't quite get to where Schlusser is in terms of points accumulated during the season to try to knock on the door of knocking Schlusser off that #1 pedestal.
Yeah. Here's our bottom line. And are we regular score? I believe we're down to X's now, right? Or are we regular scoring?
Yeah. We should be down to X's. So basically, just that the innermost circle is the only value. The only value is 10 points. So if you shoot the big normal Vegas X, that's going to be counted as a 9.
There's Nick from Idaho.
Anywhere near you? You being from Idaho?
He lives about a couple hours away. He's a good, solid shot, though.
There's Gaius Carter. Works for PSE, originally from North Carolina, lives in Arizona.
No, lives in Washington now.
Oh, that's right. He does live in Washington. You're absolutely right. Yep.
Yeah.
There's Nico Wiener, coming off of a big win not too long ago.
Yeah.
Yeah. And Rio, you speculated about the energy it takes to shoot a perfect 150 in a World Archery match that normally would happen yesterday. That happened just a couple hours, not even 2 hours ago.
Yeah. Well, if we're down to X's, I can see a few that will be disappearing. Not a ton, but a couple.
Good looking X's down there. Looks like the Atale is in. This Coleman looks good. Reed might have one. But now we're going to switch to top targets. So once again, this is the Vegas Shoot 2025. We're at the PH Live Theater at the Planet Hollywood Resort and Casino here in Las Vegas. This is the big class, $50,000 payday for all the archers in the Championship Open category that were able to shoot a perfect 900 score over 3 days. 30 arrows each day, maximum point value for the 10 ring, or for the inner ring is 10 points, so that's 300 points a day. There were 29 shooters that made it here, and then one lucky dog who came out of the pile, Rio, the pile of people that shot 899s.
Yeah. That's crazy.
And this is where we stand. The scoring has gotten tighter.
Yeah.
First time in the history of the Vegas Shoot, we're doing top and bottom target. That means 2 lines. And so far, it seems pretty orderly for what they have situated. Christopher Perkins, former Vegas champion.
Got 2 good ones
down
there.
Yeah. Well, he's a Vegas champion forever. He's just not the current champ.
Yeah.
Bodie shot one there. He didn't like it. Bodie Turner on the left part of your screen.
Yeah. Mateus is bouncing his head like he's happy.
Chris Schaff looking down there. Bottom left part of your screen, also a Vegas champion. There he is. Took some time away from the bow and decided recently to come back to it. He doesn't look happy right now, though.
No.
You can see him middle part of your
But it's hard
screen
to
grabbing
judge.
those binos again.
Yeah.
Oh, is that Sawyer Sullivan
Sawyer
and the
was
Sawyer Sullivan
Yeah.
flick? Yeah.
Yeah. Well, let's see what we lost.
You know what's going on.
All right. It means Bruce Colt's coming in to call those arrows.
Shot 29.
Oh, there you go.
The atomic 30.
The lucky dog rides again.
Justin 30. Yadav 29.
Well, we lost 2.
Looking at Louis Holmes' target.
Yeah.
Holmes 29.
There's 3. I figured there's a lot going that way.
Yep.
Deloche 28.
And those hurt.
DJ.
Because not only did
Yeah.
you go out, but you fell further than you wanted to.
Sullivan 29.
Sawyer is
Uh,
out.
The throw wasn't good enough.
The bow quando didn't help.
Yeah. Yeah.
Allman 30. Gerard 30. Cappers 30. Schlossler 30. Green 30.
Rainey's still in it.
I think so.
Turner
Yeah.
30. Coleman 30. Fullerton 30. Garcia 30.
Crowd like that one.
Yeah. Somebody's got a close one there. Lutz.
Gimme.
It looks good, but
Lutz 30.
Carter, maybe the top one. Close.
yeah, it looks a little high. Maybe broke through the big line and it could be tough.
No, he's looking at 3 though. That looks okay to me.
Oh, yeah.
Carter
I saw him about 30.
Ah, me too. Yeah. Mark III champ from a couple of years ago.
Perkins 30. Wiener 29.
Wow. That's kind of what you talked about, Rio.
Yeah, I said it was probably going to take a little bit out.
Tracy 29.
Tracy's one of them guys that's got a full-time job that is a great shot, but keeps showing up and shooting. He shot a couple of 900s now.
Who was before Tracy after Wiener?
I can't remember. But it's hard to tell too, because you don't. I mean, because of the up and down. Rainey.
Rainey was out. Rainey's out.
29.
Is he? Spolster's out too. There's a lot. I told you. Once the X is hit, it changes dramatically.
Boyer, 29. Ingham, 30.
There you go.
Yeah.
And Reed, 29. Big round of applause to those who have been eliminated. And our lucky guy is still in it.
At my count, we lost 13 that round.
Woof. Well,
So-
we're down to half our field because we started out at
Exactly.
30.
Yeah. We
Lost to the
15
first.
total in 2 ends.
So at this time, Bruce, we may go to a single line if you choose.
We'll see if they hang them. If they require to hang them new targets.
Well, they're saying they're
So
going to
now
go to
with
one
half
line
the
now
field
too.
gone, I wonder if they're going to consolidate to one target. That's what they should be doing.
That's what they just said. That that they're probably.
Yeah.
He says where we're down to half the field. Let's go to one line.
It's a heartbreaker after 3 days of being perfect
Yeah.
in the 10 ring to have it, go down to baby 10 or the X ring, only counting as 10 points. It's a heartbreaker for folks.
Well, and the hard part is the biggest thing. There's going to be one guy walk out of here happy. One guy. And the rest are going to be disappointed. You're going to be that guy that's just like, oh man, it was just by a hair, but it's still that hair.
I'm ready to read those off if you're ready to take it.
Well, Matthew's title with the Excel site rest in there. You can see some of the equipment. Had prime shooters in this, elite shooters in this. Obviously, we have a lot of Hoyts and Matthews as well. I love seeing the variety of equipment. I'm a little bit of an equipment nerd for archery for sure. I've got a few bows hanging up around the house.
Yeah.
All right, let's see, get themselves sorted. I'd be going for lucky number 13 myself.
Now Tim's shot really good this year. Like he's always been right there at the end, so he's one that he could be one to watch.
You're talking about Tim Jevsnik from Slovenia.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and he's been down to the final few a couple of times. So
Yeah, he was third in 2023, so he's been here before.
yeah,
One of his hobbies, man, he likes cars. He likes to restore old timer cars imported from the US.
yeah, yeah. Yeah, when we were in Luxembourg, we went to dinner with him and his girlfriend, and they're just good people, really good people.
He's another one with a monster draw length.
Yeah. And moving around sometimes can cause you some interesting parts. Like it can be that difference.
Well, the other point too is experience pays off a little bit in some of these situations. For those people that shoot a variety of different actual target butts themselves, and understanding how this particular Morel target reacts, and I always like to kind of run my hand on the front of the target just to feel what
Yeah.
it's like where I place the target. Have you ever done that before?
Sometimes, yeah, because you can put your spots on holes that you hope will suck your arrow to go into, and so that can be a part too. But the
So we
nerves
started with 30.
of the whole thing.
Started with 30 shooters here at the Vegas Shoot 2025, and in two ends we're now down to 15. We had two lines because of the available space on the stage of the PH Live Theater in Planet Hollywood
Yep.
Resort and Casino. So now we're going single target for each archer. So everybody's going to shoot at one time. Rio, this lull, this little bit of movement of hanging targets, does it take you out of your rhythm, or is it just very typical of how archery works?
Just depends. Depends on who you are. Some guys are like ready to roll. They want to go. And some guys it does, and some guys moving faces, because they feel like, oh, I got a rhythm. I got through these two ends. It's good. But it does matter. Like, it can change a lot, and it can not matter at all. Like, your first arrow is kind of like break the ice and see what it does.
All right, so we got 15 shooters, a variety of equipment in there. Matthews, Hoyt, obviously with Fullerton, PSE. He is the poster child for PSE at the moment. Always able to find his way on the podium in these tournaments. So it looks like we're going to have Turner and Lutz will be off to the left. And there is Darton Archery.
That's a Nick from Idaho, Ingram.
Mm-hmm.
And really, a lot of the big names that have been shooting really good this year, none of them have fallen out yet. So that's, held status quo. It's interesting. They have on target one target, and one target on target 2.
Yeah, I noticed that. I was thinking that too. And also they're on target 6.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Looks like we're ready to get going for our third end. 2 to 13. Young, fresh faces gaining the experience of being here in the Vegas Shoot 2025 shoot-off.
And this is a different experience. I mean,
yeah, and right now, what do you think Bruce Cull's doing, right? He's trying to put pressure. Don't forget, you're shooting for $50,000. If you're shooting for Matthews, you're shooting for another $50,000. I mean, it's one thing about coming to this event being live. Bruce Cull loves messing with archers.
Oh, yeah. Oh, Bruce likes messing with archers at any time. I've seen him get Tim Gillingham a few times that just made me giggle.
All right, I think Bruce is finally done talking. Not quite yet.
No.
There we go. Shooters to the line. We're ready to get after it again. You hear the first buzzer. It gives you 10 seconds to get prepared. Load your arrow up and get ready to shoot. You're going to hear another buzzer. That means the clock has started. Two minutes to execute the 3 shots. Innermost circle is the only circle that counts as maximum 10 points. If you miss it, you're at a 9. If you miss the yellow altogether, it could be an 8 or a 7. Normally not happening at this level.
No. If you're missing, it's not by far.
Oh, is that Yevnik? Looks like maybe a low one left.
Yeah, I missed it. I didn't see it.
Mike Schlisser with his signature arrow wrap. Ooh. Uh-oh.
He didn't love that one. Yeah, it's good.
Let me whip out these Mavens and tell you what it's all about.
Yep, it's good. It's the funny things you do when you're under that pressure on that line. You can say, you could do. You don't even think about the camera, what people are seeing or doing for it. Like, you just, it's a different world.
And it is funny, the
Well,
rhythm of shooters, right? So Mike Schlusser tends to be one of the faster. He just gets it. He gets the shots off, and so you'll see him hanging out on the line. It's his typical rhythm.
Yep.
See if we can hear Bruce and get these arrow calls.
The Atari 30.
30, the benchmark score.
Yeah. Jimmy's shaking his head. Not a good sign.
Garcia 30. Green 30. Burns 30.
Lots of 30s.
Ooh, Perkins was close, but I think he's got it easy.
Yeah, I think he's there.
Perkins 30.
By the way, what you're seeing from the judge on the left is scorecards, and you have written scorecards and you have tablets digital during normal qualification rounds or when you're shooting your 30 arrows, but ultimately it's the written scorecard that is the official record.
Mikey's first one looked a little high, but it looks solid. Well, that whole left side pulled 30, so we didn't lose anybody on that.
Turner 30.
Those all three of them looked like they're in the exact same spot.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, Jimmy's, his target number 1 looks out right.
Is a little wide right, yeah.
Lutz 29.
Oh, Jimmy out. Gerard looks good.
And again, with like shooting the World Archery thing earlier, his better setup may have been for the Vegas shoot, not for the World Archery deal. So you never know.
Gerard 30. Jefferson 30.
Looks like Coleman's got a low one on the top and the bottom right.
Coleman 28.
Yeah, good run. Good run. And that's pretty much when you're up there and a guy goes out, you know what it feels like, so you got to go up and tell him, hey, man, there's nothing to be ashamed. You shot good all weekend.
Mm-hmm. Cappers looks good.
Cappers looks good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cappers 30.
Allman looks good.
Another Idaho boy.
And Allman 30. Give a big round of applause to those who have been eliminated.
All right, so and then number 3, we only lost 2 in that one, Rio.
Yeah. That's a surprise. Well, sometimes they settle in. Once you get that first part, and it settles in, and you do better.
Mm-hmm. I think the biggest surprise probably for a lot of fans is Jimmy Lutz. You know, Jimmy's been working really hard. He's been experimenting a lot with that wrist strap, and it really seems like he's found his groove, working super hard, moving to Yankton, South Dakota NFA headquarters, and he has that facility to train.
Yeah.
And
well, and he just won the NFA Indoor Nationals.
Won Indoor Nationals. Yeah. He'll shake that one off, get back to work, and right, all eyes on outdoor season now for him.
And 3D.
And 3D.
Once again, big round of applause to those who are eliminated.
So what are we down to? 12?
Should be down 13.
Oh, 13.
Yeah. Hey, I just counted.
And you didn't have to take your shoes off, right?
Exactly. Vegas Shoot 2025, our fourth end for the Championship Open category. Only the X counts as a 10. The highest score sets the benchmark. So far, each end it's been 30. If you don't match it, you're done. Cappers. Ooh. Second arrow, which was down on target 1.
It's hard to tell in here with the shadows.
Mm-hmm.
Mateus taking a deep breath.
Last year's champ, Matthias Fullerton.
Yeah.
His face isn't giving you an idea if he hit it or he didn't hit it.
No, Tim's pretty stoic.
Bodie Turner, looking clean from the 18-year-old. Definitely has that benchmark score of 30.
Yeah.
Back to the target we go, and Bruce Cull will head back to the scoring system with the microphone. Give us an idea if anybody's dropped out.
Ingram's still in. And Ingram's target looks good. Holy cow. Good holes.
Mm-hmm. Otis Diatale, our lucky dog.
Diatale, our lucky dog birdie.
Still going. So the lucky dog's
Yeah.
still in it.
Well,
Either
he's the
win it-
reigning world outdoor champion,
Oh,
so
yeah,
he
yeah.
can shoot.
Yeah, but he's got to win it or back to 30th you go.
Yeah. So we lost one.
Green, 30.
Green's still in.
No.
Burns, 30. Perkins, 30.
Wow. Slosher looks good. I didn't get a chance to see Mateus's.
There's your answer.
Yeah. There's nothing more agonizing than when you're down to this and you got a close one and wait for him to get to call your arrows.
Oh,
It
yeah,
is
I can
the
imagine.
worst.
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
Turner, 30. Gerard, 30.
Oh, Gerard's holding it after doing the World Indoor, so
30.
his target looks good too.
Cappers? I think so.
Cappers,
Yeah, looks good.
and Allman, 30. Once again,
Only lost one, the fourth end.
One.
Garcia.
Well, down to 12.
Down to 12 from 30, including our Lucky Dog still in the mix. Lucky Dog made it out of the 899 shoot. Everybody lined up, shot the inside out deal, closest to the center, whatever it was, shoot off, couple arrows, and boom. It's at a ton of people.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
40 something folks. It was crazy.
Wow.
Go back and do the math. The other thing too is as this field starts to thin down, you start to lose your anonymity and you start to really, get that focus on you from the fans too. So the pressure starts slowly building and building.
Well, as you get down further, you start to realize I could win this. Because it's gotten to the point now where a guy walks in, he shoots a 900, there's 30 of you. I shot a 900 and I got 29th. Like, it's not as much nerve-wracking as it has been, so it does equate to, I think, more 900s. Because if a guy can mentally tell himself that, it matters. And until it starts to get lower, you're really not thinking, I'm going to win. You're just like, this is where it's at.
yes, we are. The same scoring. X counts as 10. Archers to the line. And good luck.
All right, so into end number 5 of the Vegas Shoot 2025. We've dropped 18 of 30 so far. Pressure starting to mount. From
Team Bodie
NFA,
grab his buy-in.
$50,000 on the line. What do you think? What do you see? Uh-oh.
It's Ingram looking at his. He didn't seem upset, but sometimes guys, it's hard to read their face.
Mm-hmm.
Perkins looks good. Those all look good so far. Green's a little high left, but I think it's there.
There's our Lucky Dog. I think sometimes too, Rio, when the pressure's on and you shoot, sometimes you're just going to glass it just to give yourself a mental break.
100%. 100%. Well, there's a 30.
Good. Mm-hmm. Good look at Nick Cappers.
No, it's not Nick.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, it's not Nick. I was like, wait a second. I think I'm a little wrong there.
Tejas.
Mm-hmm. Good for
Mikey looks
Schlusser.
good.
I don't know if we drop anybody this end.
I don't know. They're all looking good, and like the level just keeps raising, and the guys are shooting amazing, and so
So 30, the first score called.
Green, 30. Burns, 30.
I haven't seen a 29 or 28 yet, so.
Perkins, 30. Fullerton, 30. Slusher, 30.
Oh my.
Oh, Tim's got one close.
Yeah.
30. Gerard, 30. Jefferson, 29.
Yeah, we didn't get to see that bottom one. That was
Capper,
Yeah.
29.
ooh. Capper's out.
And Owen, 30. Once again, give a big round of
Wow.
applause for those that have been eliminated.
Of our original 30, 20 are gone.
Yeah.
Let's have a great congratulations to the two shooters that were just eliminated. Nick Cappers from Minnesota.
How long do you think this can go on for?
Man, I just don't know. This is crazy.
Almost all the way. And it only gets tighter from here. As always, great camaraderie among the final standing shooters.
We continue shooting the Vegas Shoot 2025. This is compound championship open category. And that open category is like, you know, if you dare, you can shoot anything you want in the category. You're willing to pay the entry fee.
Yeah.
Come on out and shoot. Any age, any bow. But obviously dominated by compound.
It's a little,
unlimited type
it's a little unbalanced. Yeah.
A little
The
bit,
stage is a
yeah.
little unbalanced.
Oh yeah.
That left side's pretty solid. The right side's a little falling short there. Look at.
We kind of expect to see that too, don't we, Rio? Like, you know, if somebody comes into it confidence-wise that has shot clean, but maybe only 78 X's, you know, where a guy like Bowden
Yeah.
Turner shot 89 X's,
Mhm.
confidence is a little bit lower, or maybe you're just not quite there with hitting the middle.
Yeah. Yeah. And this is middle time. Like, you don't get away with mediocre shots here.
It is weird that wide shot. It looks like the angle
Yeah.
isn't exactly straight on. It looks like people are shooting
Yeah.
off to their left.
Yeah.
But when you're standing there, it's straight on.
Yeah.
That's one thing new shooters don't often think about is your target alignment. How
No.
do you consistently align yourself
Yeah.
with a target?
That one's a little low left. Could have missed that one. Allman.
Mm-hmm. Fullerton surveying other targets just to see where his competitors are.
And Mikey asking, did you see anything? And that's one part that people don't realize is, like, sometimes if you get next to somebody you like and you know, it helps.
At the 30.
There you go.
It's all a 30. Green, 30. Burns, 30. Perkins, 30. Fullerton, 30. Slusher, 30.
A lot of good Vegas champions still in there.
Yes.
Turner, 30.
Who's going to crack first?
Yeah.
Gerard, 30. And Allman, 30.
Wow.
Okay, so there you go. On end number 6, Rio, this is the first end that we've had since the beginning of the shoot where we haven't dropped a single archer.
Wow. That's crazy. We're still at, what are we at, 10?
6 ends. Oh, yeah, 10 shooters.
But
yeah,
10
shooters.
archers. Yeah, yeah.
10 shooters, yeah. 10 archers after 6 ends. And our lucky dog's still in it.
Yeah.
We've seen this before, actually, in the Vegas shoot, where I don't know if it was last year, thinking back, or the year before, but there was like this middle section of the shoot where we had 2 or 3 ends where nobody went away. And then it was like all of a sudden we dropped like half of what was left. You know, in this case, like went 2 or 3 ends, nobody drops, and then all of a sudden in one end, 5 people dropped. So it can be
And I could see
like that.
I could totally see something like that happening. It's totally different. And like I said, guys are shooting good. And so one little domino falls and they realize that it could cause a lot of differences.
I've never seen 10 people go this long, all tied, obviously, and they deserve a big round of applause for that. But I want to tell you one thing. I give a big round of applause, first of all. The level of competition is absolutely incredible at this level. You guys are as good as they get. We added one rule because of the problem we've been having. You all shoot too good. Now, we have a rule that says at any time at the discretion of the tournament that we can go to scoring inside-out X's. Okay? I just want to let you know we have that rule. I just want you to put that in your mind and put $59,000 in your mind, and you're going to shoot regular scoring again, X times 10.
Rio. What did he just say?
He says there is a rule that they can change it to inside-out X's at any point.
I don't see a single skinny arrow in a I haven't been looking, but you can see there, that's an Easton Aluminum 2712. That's as big of an arrow as you're allowed. And if they knew it was inside out, people would have skinny arrows in their quiver, you know, like X10 size arrows.
They would. To change them, it'd be so hard to change in the middle flow right here.
It's true. But you know what Bruce did is he might have put that thought in someone's mind, right? It's the old aim small, miss small situation. But in archery, this is a massive mental game. If you over-aim...
Well, and he's trying to get it to shorten up, like to get some more excitement. Because if we stand here at 10, it's not as exciting as we're standing here at 3 and 4. And he did say 59,000. So is there more money there? Is there you said 50, but he said 59.
Yeah, I'm literally looking at the awards and payouts, and it says for 2025, and he says 50. That includes a $5,000 bonus to the winner, but maybe it's posted incorrectly. You know, maybe it is 59,000.
Yeah, maybe I heard wrong. Wouldn't be a first.
The 59th year.
Yeah. Lots of glasses looking this end. Lots more than I've seen.
Oop,
that one, I believe, has one out.
Yeah, for sure on target number 1.
All right, 1 down.
Uh-oh, Bodie's not even wanting to go walk to the line. I'm sure he's fine.
Yeah.
29.
Oh, well, there's one. There's your lucky dog still.
Yep.
The two Idaho boys.
Green, 29.
Ooh. Well, we've got some movement here, just like you said. You get the volatility.
Bruce
two
is the
left.
master of the brain, and he
3.
Fullerton, 30.
4.
Mikey.
Closer, 30.
5.
Turner, 30.
That pause had my heart beating, Rio. Like, I was like, wait.
30.
7.
And Allman, 29. Big round of applause for those that were nominated.
All right, we lost 3.
Down to 7.
A little bit, dude. Just a little bit.
Guys, go ahead and put your arrows. Those of you that are still
Just like I said earlier, everybody's gonna be disappointed by just a little bit.
Mm-hmm. We'll see what mental trick Bruce has up his sleeve this next end.
Yeah, we'll see what he pulls.
Oh, by the way, if you shoot 3 inside out, you're going to get a brand new Cadillac. What? No, he didn't say that, but it would be funny.
Yeah.
Targets reset. Fans still very engaged. You're hearing some of the archers that have left. They go to the edge of the stage and they thank the crowd. And so that's what you're hearing on the cheering side of things that you didn't get to see on the broadcast.
Nice.
I'm Greg White sitting with Rio Wild. This is the Vegas Shoot 2025 from the PH Live Theater, the Planet Hollywood Resort and Casino in Las Vegas, Nevada. On the Strip. Oh, first time in a long time that the Vegas Shoot is here, but for the very first time in a theater environment, just around 5,000 seats. The fans had to go get their tickets for assigned seating, something different than we're used to for sure, and all those seats sold out in a matter of moments. I don't think it cost anything, Rio. It was just like you had to go to Ticketmaster and actually get your assigned seats. So it was all
Your
like
assigned
will
seat,
call.
yeah. That's pretty.
Yeah.
That's still pretty crazy. Like.
Yeah. And of course, a huge part of this tournament is the Easton Foundation, a huge supporter of the Vegas Shoot.
And archery in general. I don't think people realize how much that family, the Easton family, has done for the sport of archery. It wouldn't be where it's at without them.
On to end number 8. We started with 30, 23 are gone. Now we're down to some of the best in the world.
And bringing them more to the middle, so they're going to be able to see what their opponents are doing.
Mike Schlusser having a look at his arrow. As I mentioned before, very quick pace, very rhythmic for Mike Schlusser. Looking for the third arrow for Viatali.
Those look good.
Yeah, those two look amazing. Just waiting for that third one to hit. Nico Girard. What's his third go? Schlusser having a long look.
You mean Mateus? Schlusser just dropped his boat. He's like, "Yeah, I'm done."
Ooh. Is our lucky dog out?
I think we lost one. Yeah, I think so. And everybody that's out now is excited because they just moved up one.
It's close.
Dear Tollway, 29.
Ooh.
What a run.
A great run. 8 ends into it for our lucky dog.
Yeah.
Top of the 899 shooters as a result.
Burns, 30.
Ernst still in the mix.
And Perkins-Starr looks really good. Fullerton's looks good.
Fullerton, 30.
Mike's looks good.
Slusher, 30. Turner, 30.
Yeah, that first one of his is a little looser than he has been. Yeah.
Yeah.
30.
Six remaining. Matthew Burns still in the mix. 24 years old, out of Alabama. Best accomplishment so far is this year, being here. Started shooting when he was in 5th grade.
Man, lots of good shooters left, though. Lots of past winners, lots of a good collage of guys that have done a lot.
Can you imagine what Burns is going through right now?
No, I have no idea. Like, I cannot even fathom. Like,
He's
think
just
who you're standing up there
looking.
with.
Yeah, it's like, wow.
All right. Give the remaining
How many
six a big round of
perfect
applause.
shots, world titles, you know, titles across the board, right? From field to 3D to world to 50-meter stuff, like
Oh, yeah.
indoor, it's incredible.
European champions. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean,
Goes
literally,
on
if
and
you
on
look
and
up
on.
there, 2 of them are not Vegas champions.
Only 2.
Yeah.
Let's see. Burns
And
and
Nicholas
Gerard.
Gerard.
Yeah.
Yeah. And Gerard has been European champion, Nîmes champion. You know, he's won a bunch of stuff. I mean, we saw him get a silver medal a little bit earlier ago in the World Indoor Series.
Is Burns our upset guy?
All right, we'll see. Are they going to alternating now?
Yeah. We're going to go 1-1-1 across the board.
Mm-hmm.
Again, putting the pressure on. You know now that all eyes are on you.
Yeah. Yeah.
Blending in is gone.
Yeah. But the one thing is, most of these guys have done this because, like I said, we talked about winners and stuff like that. So it's different.
Such a strong shot with Bodie.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, this guy's been in this situation a few times.
Yeah. And could add his name to the weird list of 4 guys that have 3 titles.
Does he shoot 23s?
That I don't know. I wouldn't put it past him. I've seen him do it before.
Oh, yeah. Fullerton's just money.
Yeah.
Got that one for Perkins. Special thanks to Gabby Schlusser, Mike's wife, sitting at home, pregnant. She just gave me the word. Mike is shooting 23s, Rio.
Yeah. Ooh. I think we just lost one. She's handy to have around sometimes.
Gabby? Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Now let's see if this 9 opens up some thoughts on how we finish out here with other guys missing. Do you know what I mean? Just like when we talked about earlier today with the women, when they had one miss, did it affect the others?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, because now you're in this elite group and you're like, uh-oh. Burns just dropped one.
10. Mike Schlusser.
That looks smooth.
Getting on that button. Sends it with ease.
Interesting follow through, but he knew it was there.
Yeah. Perkins won it from the lucky dog, didn't he?
Yes, he did. His was the sad one in a way because it was the Bobby Eiler thing, so he never really got the great recognition for winning like you should. You know what I mean?
Yeah, he didn't get the podium celebration. He didn't get to do all the accolades. Yep.
Yep.
Boy, Nico's
now
a few
you know you're
arrows into his
advancing.
day, isn't he?
Yeah, he is. But he can shoot, man. I've seen him shoot some amazing scores, as most of these guys.
Always the same with Mike. The way he just relaxes that pinky finger, right? When he's getting ready to execute the shot, it's like clockwork.
Yeah.
Christopher Perkins.
Now to Perkins.
Well, we've got one down. I mean, do we end up just the one? Yep, he says yep when he shoots it.
Yep,
So
he knows. Yeah. Oh, something's going on
when he
there.
called liner up, like what? Yeah. Can somebody get George some better spotting?
Good finish for Burns.
Finish strong. Yeah.
Yeah. Judges will have a real close look at that arrow, but
I think it's just a hair out.
Burns, 29.
yep.
Yep.
Burns, 30. Fullerton, 30. Slusher, 30. Turner, 30. And Gerard, 30.
Okay, so that takes us down to 5 remaining, 25 gone.
Wow. How many ends are we in now?
I don't know if I missed one, but I have 9 ends written down.
Got ya.
So this next end will be a full 30 arrow round.
That's just crazy.
Diatali went out. See, I think I'm right because it takes so long because they're going 1 arrow at a time. So Diatali went out on our 8th end, and then Burns went out on our 9th end.
Yeah.
Bodie Turner, Matthias Fullerton, Mike Schlusser, Nico Girard, Christopher Perkins.
I mean, this is compound archery royalty right here.
Only one of them is not won Vegas.
All right, gentlemen, the same thing, but now we're going to shorten it up. No time between person to person, all right?
Buckle up. This could go for a while. Well, we've had one that went like 18 ends. Oh boy, Bruce with the inside out thing again.
Okay, I got a text. He said that if they go inside out X, it jumps to 59,000.
Oh, roger that. Okay.
So it has to be. That's what somebody texted me. They said that's how they heard it. So I was like, oh, okay.
Got it. Okay, that makes more sense as opposed to what's printed. But if Mike's shooting those 23s and no one else is, if they went inside out, you would have to at least give the nod to Mike Schlusser just based on that.
Yeah.
But
yeah.
Listen, you know, if
as good as they're all shooting.
Yeah, as good as they're all shooting, and you know they do have this thing in Vegas for the championship classes. All the championship classes that they have, you can pay a little bit extra money. Gerard looks like he might be shooting 23s too, but if you pay that a little bit extra money when you enter in a championship class, you take a gamble on yourself, and if you shoot a 300, then you get to go into a pile of people that shot 300s in that day and shoot for $10,000. And it has been won with 27 diameter arrows inside out before. Like, look at that, Mike. Yeah, that's a 23.
Yeah.
Mike's like, we're not inside out. I wasted that one.
Yeah.
But Rio, he's shooting a hinge release, right? And so part of shooting that hinge release is the surprise. It wouldn't surprise me if every time the shot goes off, if you had a camera on Christopher Perkins that close, that he would look surprised. That's the idea behind the release.
Mike. Matthias.
And it's a weird theory. Does this really change how they shoot? Going alternating, or if they let him just shoot the 2 minutes? Do you know what I mean? I'm always in the air as to whether this changes the way they shoot score-wise or not.
I understand the idea behind it, but now where we are, every one of these archers has been on a stage like this before. Yeah, Girard hasn't won Vegas before, but he has been in a situation like this, especially with all the world stuff he shoots and European stuff he shoots. What if you go, okay, we're going back to 2 minutes for an end, and then go for 2 ends, then you go back to one-on-one, and
shake it up.
just try to mix it up a little bit.
Yeah.
Ooh. Bodie caught half shaft on that one, but I'm not really sure he enjoyed that shot.
Yeah. Mikey looks good.
Mm-hmm. Chill.
Not that they all don't look really good, but
He knows that Gabby is up at 4:15 in the morning watching him shoot. The commitment to the Olympian that is Mike Schlusser's wife. Oh, Perkins? Oh, he said, yep. He said,
it's
yep.
there.
Yeah. What's that release he shoots? He shoots his own release, right? Executive? Is that what it's called?
Yeah, the executive. Yeah. Yeah.
There you go, if you want to shoot like Perkins.
And I assure you, none of them are even close to being out. Most of them, if you used a skinny arrow, would have been inside. To give Bruce any ideas. Perkins, 30.
30 the benchmark score.
30.
And another.
Schlusser, 30.
Can we have another?
Turner, 30. And Girard, 30. Tie again.
The sad part is these 5 have shot so good that 2 of them aren't going to be on the podium.
Yeah, that's right.
Like, I don't care what you say. They've all shot really good, and 2 of them will not be on the podium.
And if you haven't heard the purse payout, the difference between first and second in that purse payout, from what's published on VegasShoot.com payouts, $50,000 for first place, $12,000 for second, $8,000 for third, $4,000 for fourth, $3,700 for fifth. $50,000 to $3,700. That's a big chunk of corn if you don't win.
Yeah. Did Bruce bring out laced water? Come on, boy.
It's oxygenated with ozone.
Yeah, come on, boys.
And the level of these archer skills, the equipment that there is out there. The first year I went to Vegas shooting in 1999, there was a shoot-off, but it was for second. All right? And perfect scores and shoot-offs don't always go hand in hand. Back then they didn't for sure, but these guys have done an incredible job. I think we're going to go back to the gladiator thing in a couple ends. See if they get the thumbs up or the thumbs down on scoring. But for right now, y'all good with your water? Yeah, thank you. All right, here we go. Same thing. Arrow by arrow, X counts as 10. Archers to the line. Good luck.
Nico shooting first.
We are definitely over the daily allotment for a Vegas round.
Yeah.
10 points.
And Nico has extras.
He certainly does.
Yeah.
He's running 200, 250 grain points. That's weighing you down.
No. Bodie's a little high, but he's solid.
Mr. Fullerton.
He likes that first target.
That one's, yeah.
10. Mr. Perkins. Here you go. Just duck just a little so I can see that.
What'd he say?
I don't know, but that's got to be tough on you out there. I mean, maybe it helps.
Yeah, especially if George is getting a little bored. He's going to start talking more.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
10.
He just doesn't look happy with his shots. I mean, he's shooting amazing, but it's like not that.
10.
It's not bad,
Well,
Mike. Not bad.
This is an inside-out game. Schlusser may be winning this thing.
10.
Yep. Well, here's one for you. If you're counting X's since they started with this end, if your numbers were correct, they will have shot 30 X300s.
That's right.
Like I don't care who you are. That's impressive in the normal Vegas round. Little less for $50,000+.
10.
Now, one of the things that you're going to notice, too, as we continue to get deeper and deeper is, if you're watching at home, is just look if those X's start to get looser. And what's interesting is that in the last couple ends, Mike Schlusser's X's have gotten tighter. And right now, it doesn't look like anybody's getting any looser.
No. But there again, like I said, there is now 5 guys that just shot 30 X300s on a stage. I don't care who you are. That's impressive.
Perkins, 30. Fullerton, 30.
And if you want to put that on your mind, Bodie has only missed 1 X out of all the arrows he's shot at this tournament.
Turner, 30.
4 300 rounds plus.
And Gerard, 30. All tied again.
So my account, that was end 11.
Yeah, because I don't know what they shot on N10, because they didn't count X's. It was straight score. But if you, like I said, if you take them from when they started counting score, that's 30 X's.
Right, yeah, on end number 1, you mean. End number 1, it was just like, it was 10s
Yeah,
only.
straight score.
Chances are he
Yeah.
shot X's. We just didn't pay attention. We were just looking for
Yeah.
whoever shot a 30.
Yeah.
So, yeah, so we have 5 shooters that at minimum have shot 30 X's in a row.
Yep.
Pretty incredible. I mean, it's nice that Bruce brought him water, but at this point, maybe you should bring the snack cart in, you know? Maybe feed him a sandwich or two and get him some Gatorade, you know?
Yeah.
Sodium tablets.
All right, let's try this one more time. How many want to keep shooting just like we are for scoring? Yellow's out
You hear what he's saying?
Yeah, oh yeah.
He wants to go inside out.
Okay, this will be your 2-end warning. We're shooting 2 more ends of regular scoring, and whoever's left, we're scoring inside out after that. All right? I can't take back what I said. 2 ends, regular scoring, X counts as 10.
Okay, 2 ends of regular scoring, and then we're going inside out.
Woof. But
Yeah,
here's the kicker. Does he do the 59 like he said, or is it still 50?
Yeah, that's true. Well, the other question, if we make it in 2 more ends.
I think he's shooting 23s too.
I think
Gerard.
so. I think so, which would make sense because he just got done shooting World Archery and he probably just made the commitment to 23s. That way he didn't have to grab another bow, well, Bodie would win.
Well,
he would have won that one. Well, that's the question, though. On the inside out, we'll have to find out from Bruce if it makes it 2 more ends for inside out. Is what does you're still going to shoot 3 arrows? So does 3 in?
Mike's
That's
got
a
23s too.
Touching that line
that's making.
won't get you that X.
A 2315 will touch both lines.
Okay.
It will barely touch both lines. They're calling it a 9.
Mm-hmm.
But from that angle, it looks good. I mean,
no, another inside out.
On that one.
Mm-hmm. But what I was saying was, you do 3 arrows, and then it's like if someone has 3 inside outs, and everybody else has 2 inside outs, the 3 inside outs win.
Yeah. He's not liking that one either. And that one, I think, might be out more than the first one. And do you think that talking about being inside out in 2 ends made him think, ooh, I have 23s, it's an advantage, and now it worked on his mindset?
That's, I don't know. With someone like Schlusser, I'm not really sure. I think it just might have been that shot, you know?
Yeah, I mean, you're talking getting deep in arrows.
36th arrow of the Vegas Shoot 2025 for Odie Turner. And another 10.
And it's hard from the angle we're at to see from the top to the bottom. So I don't know.
Could we be down to 4? Well, we still got Perkins to shoot. Well, if it's 5th place for Schlusser, he's going to take home that 3,700. Yeah, it looks like everybody's kind of seeing it there.
Yeah. And in those terms, people will be like, oh, well, if you'd have had bigger arrows, you'd have caught. Sometimes there's some you would have missed that would have, with the bigger arrows, it just didn't group as good, and people don't realize that. Good run. Impressive.
Good run. 36 arrows at this high level gets him that $3,700. That's a bit of diaper money. A little diaper money for him.
Yeah.
All right, so there's one more end of what Bruce said is before we go inside out. and now we're down to 4.
Which is interesting because I've never seen the Vegas shoot go inside out.
But the foresight of the NFA to possibly add that rule, Bruce says they have, would make a lot of sense, because what's happening right now, Rio, we have seen it coming, right? Like, it's been building
100%
for the last couple of years.
Yes. Yep, shoot-offs have got longer and longer.
Last end of scoring in which the X counts as 10 regular scoring. Archers to the line. Good luck.
I watched during COVID, Nicholas Gerard with the World Archery team thing they did, and he shot that 11 ring, just wore it out, so he can shoot. I mean, there is no question.
As we continue to look at these 10s, Rio, so this is what it says. The shoot-off will include one practice end followed by end sudden death. Only the X ring will score as 10 points, and after each end, only those still tied for the highest score will continue in the shoot-off. At any time, the director of shooting has the option to switch to inside-out scoring, where only the X ring scores as 10 scored inside out. All archers placed in the tournament, other than first, second, or third, will be determined by the order in which they dropped out of the tournament and so on. So, yep, there it is, right there in the rules published on the website.
That's awesome.
I'll tell you what.
I'd say Bruce.
Sorry, next year, Rio, there's going to be a lot of skinny arrows and quivers.
We'll see.
Yeah.
Because you got to get this far. And just like we talked about.
Odie's got some confidence on his top target, though, because I think that's the second one that looks nearly inside out to us in a row.
Yeah.
So this, as Bruce said, could be the last end where any contact with that innermost ring is going to be counted as a 10. If we go to inside-out scoring, if the arrow touches that line on the smallest ring, it will be a 9. So inside-out means it's got to be clean in order to score a 10. So it'll still be on score. It just means that the only way to score a 10 for each arrow would be inside-out.
Yeah. On the X. You're going to have to be inside out on the X.
Yeah, inside out of the X. Smallest ring in the middle of each of the targets.
Yeah.
All right, that was lucky end 13.
Well. Yeah.
You know how I know? It says it right there on the graphic.
How do you know?
It says it.
Oh, look at that. Touche.
I am not kidding. I looked up 2 ends ago and I went, oh, there it is. There's probably people at home screaming at me like, hey, man, it's right there.
Hey, dum-dum. Dum-dum. Yep, me too. Because I kept asking, hey, dum-dum.
It's a lot of hours on air, but doing something I love. I love watching highest level archers in the world compete against each other.
Hey, there's your little arrows.
There they are, yeah. All right, somebody read the rules. Rio, I would have to think that if you're going to have the same bow,
yeah,
that is an art to be able to tune fat arrows and skinny arrows off of the same bow in the same tournament.
Yep. Yep. And I've had bows that do both, like they have. So it wouldn't be out of the ordinary, but not out of the ordinary, but wow.
You really have to put a lot of practice in. If you don't have a swappable rest that you could set up, to be perfect. I mean, you got to go back to
even at this point, do you really do that? Would you really, in the middle of this, swap your rest out? I wouldn't. I couldn't
not
do
with
it.
$50,000 on the line, or possibly more.
Yeah. No. Sorry.
And now a moment of truth. Remember, these guys, most of them.
Oh, he's putting them up front.
Which is inside out pretty quickly.
Okay, he's confident.
Yeah.
Time is it over there? 7:35.
Yeah.
All right, so we still have 4 left. Nico Girard in the Hoyt shirt, talking to Bodie Turner in the Matthews shirt. There in the PSE is Matty Fullerton and Christopher Perkins. What's our boy saying?
Competitors, I know you understand that. Are we all good? This is still sudden death on a 3-arrow end. You're still shooting 1 arrow at a time, but it's your total score that will count.
So it's touching the line here as a 9.
All right. Archers to the line.
Yeah, so Bruce was saying what I just mentioned earlier. So the difference is that the only way to score a 10 is the smallest ring on each target. You can't touch any of the lines. It has to be inside out to score a maximum points. It's sudden death. Whoever shoots the maximum points, you have to match it to stay in. If you don't, you're out.
Yep. Look at his release. It says ha 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 like the Joker.
Yeah. Oh my goodness. Oh boy.
That's inside out.
We'll let the judge decide, Rio. He's been shooting inside out on this top target of his for Bodie. See if he's got the magic again. Nope. So that's going to be a 9.
And here's
Skinny's.
the X10s.
9.
Oh. Fullerton trying to control the crowd.
9.
Nope.
We have 110.
So we got 110 down there.
Maybe.
I think it's a 10. I don't really question that it's not. It's pretty. But look at his release. It's very interesting. It says ha 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 like the Joker on the finger.
It does. But keep in mind, Nico Girard has not won Vegas yet. The only one of the 4 remaining that hasn't done it.
Which
Doesn't matter.
it's a 9.
It doesn't matter, right? That doesn't matter. A 9 is a 9. Nobody. No, it's not a 9.2, a 9.3.
No.
He's still got 1 point up on everybody. They've got to hit an inside out to tie him at this arrow. Bodie didn't get it. Close. So close.
It is close, yeah.
Fullerton with the skinnies.
9.
Nope.
High. Perkins with a chance to go inside out. And tie Girard.
It's going to be tough with that big 27.
It's possible,
But he could do it.
He got it. He smoked it.
Yeah, he did.
9.
9 for Girard.
No.
So now, with scores on, in the books right now, right? The only person with a chance to win it in this end is going to be Perkins.
Yeah.
Bodie in with 28.
Yeah. Well, Girard's
And
got
again,
a
this
28
is also
too.
just like Fullerton needs inside out here to even.
Nope.
He might go to 27.
Yeah.
For Perkins, if he hits gold, it's a 28. Inside out, he's your Vegas champ. Oh!
No. So he's top 3 now.
shooting off. Matias is very close to the line with his last shot.
28 the hard way.
From Chris Perkins, and clearly we have 10.
That's what we think anyway. I mean, the judges down there have got to make these calls.
Perkins, 28.
Perkins, 28.
Fullerton, 27.
27 for Fullerton. So for sure he's out.
Wait for Bodie. We had a good looking arrow in there.
Turner, 28.
Odie's still in with a 28.
Gerard, 28.
And Nico Girard, 28. Did you think? Thought this would crumble faster than that. Now we have our podium is decided. In what order? And here's the thing about archery. People are going to look back at this next year, and they're going to look at Fullerton, and they're going to look at how he shot those skinnies. And I think a lot of people will make the determination whether they're going to take the risk or not.
Yeah, and that's what I said. You're going to have to see somebody have success. Just, I mean, look at your two guys that are still left, 27s.
Mm-hmm.
Like, when you're shooting good, a dramatic change is hard.
But now I think the shooters that we do have remaining in this tournament are all in 27s. So in terms of the diameter of the arrow
I don't
versus
think
the diameter.
I think Gerard's a 23.
Oh, Gerard 23s.
I think,
yeah.
I think so, yeah. And I think
there's
I'm not
there's
even
something
sure
in me, Rio, honestly,
Mateus,
that liked the risk that he took. I do. I like that he gambled.
No, you can't get better if you don't try. You can't. Like, you got to try stuff. But I don't know that I could have done it. That's what I'm saying. Me personally,
I get
don't
it.
know.
Yeah. Okay, on to N15. Inside out arrow only scores a 10. Oh my.
Well, let's get a look at it.
9 for Turner.
Ooh, Gerard's could be
I
there.
think Gerard's is good.
I do too. Turner's is not.
Nope. Perkins is a 9. Yeah, see, they're calling Gerard's a 10.
Yeah, see, I think it is. Now, if he just step up and finish this time. After putting the first one in last time, he missed them both pretty good.
9.
Oh, just out. Yeah. But a good, I mean, not like last time.
Inside out. Oh, man alive. Missing by just a couple millimeters.
Yeah.
You just grabbed a confidence clicker too.
Yeah.
Gerard needs this because Turner's on his way. Didn't get it.
Oh, goodness. No.
Odie Turner could win this whole thing right now on this arrow if it goes inside out.
9.
Nope. But we could lose Perkins.
Perkins needs an inside out to keep this thing rolling for himself.
9. Third.
Oh, just missed it again. Still third place for Christopher Perkins. He'll
Yeah.
stand on the podium after 15 ends of competition. That is a heartbreaker.
And 3 X's. Finished hitting 3
Yeah.
X's. Like,
Yep.
he shot good. There's nothing you can look back and say anything.
So now it's down to the 18-year-old phenom. And the Frenchman has yet to win his first Vegas.
Yeah.
Well, this inside out is
And it's
certainly
been a lot of
turning
rows
Vegas.
of... It's been a row of a lot of firsts lately. Think about it. Bodie, Khrushchev, Mateus.
And don't forget, too, Nico Girard has got 15 hard, high-pressure, competitive arrows more than Bodie does today because he shot in the finals for
Yeah.
the World Archery Indoor Finals. So the amount of pressure that Nico Girard has been under for an extended period of time and his answer to it is impressive, no matter where he finishes.
Yeah, 100%.
But at the end of the day, are we talking, Rio, that the arrow diameter could make the difference?
Yeah.
Girard, of what we think are 23 diameter arrows, the largest maximum diameter arrow allowed in World Archery, coming straight from that match. Bodie Turner with those 27s. You can definitely pound him inside out, though, can Bodie Turner.
Yeah.
The question is it going to take 2 inside out to win this
Or 1.
in one end?
Yeah, 2 or 1.
Well, they both shot like 1 an end, so that's the whole
Yeah.
thing. Is it going to be that crazy?
Yeah.
Okay, here we go. 16th end of the Vegas Shoot 2025 at the PH Live Theater, Planet Hollywood Resort and Casino in Las Vegas,
Yeah.
Nevada. We're down to 2. Who is going to step up and grab that title? Nico Girard from France kicks us off. Just left
it's a
of the
9.
inside out. Solid 9.
Yeah. No, I don't think it's a 10, George. This is the one Bodie's done well on that top target.
He's calling it a 10. It's possible.
I think it's a 9.
Problem is the angle
I think they're
of which
both
that
nines.
one sits. Yeah.
Yeah. That one wasn't as good a shot. They're calling
Looked
Bodie's
like-
a 10 on the...
You think so?
That's what they're calling it. I'm not.
Yeah.
I think it's touch.
Looks like Nico might have a little bit more nerves than I've seen him. Look at his release hand.
Yeah.
He's moving around.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Well, you now know that if you win this, they do. Yeah.
Okay, so Bodie has a chance. If he gets a clear inside out, he's going to be champion.
Yeah.
He could do it with an arrow call to the 9.
Yeah.
So it's either going to be 28 for Turner and the champ. He thinks it's out. Did you see that?
Yeah.
Bodie kind of gave that
That
signal.
or
He
he thinks
thinks
it's
it's
in
out.
because he fist pumped. I don't know.
Oh, he did?
I don't know if it was a fist pump or a.
No, the way Bruce is handling it, we might have a winner.
Yeah, that's my gut. Yeah. I think we have a winner, Bruce. Yeah.
Bodie Turner is your 2025 Vegas Shoot champion. And here we
Amazing shooting.
amazing. 16 ends, all X's. Just phenomenal shooting by Bodie Turner. Well deserved no matter who won.
I just want you to tell everybody you're
Yep.
now being broadcast all over. You've got almost 5,000 people in here. We had 4,000 people at the Vegas shoot, 5,600 total shooters, and you just won. What's it feel like?
Feels pretty good. Yeah. It was a good weekend. I'm glad to see everybody here. It was awesome.
All right. So what's everybody think? Inside out at the end, a good idea? All right. Congratulations again, Bodie. And second place, Mr. Gerard, congratulations to you.
Ladies and gentlemen, your 2025 Vegas Shoot Champion, Bodie Turner!
What do you say, Rio? I mean, each one of these archers deserve to win this tournament, and literally, if you look at Nico Girard's target, it was a millimeter or two the difference.
Yep, 100%. It was, the whole shoot-off was amazing. Like, the fact that you have to change rules because people have got to a level where it would go on forever is amazing.
Well, what an incredible Vegas Shoot 2025 from the PH Live Theater, Planet Hollywood Resort and Casino. And make sure you keep it locked to thevegasshoot.com for information on when this is coming back next year. Incredible shoot-off we've seen. Bodie Turner, your champion, after 16 ends of competition, he sat 29 shooters down. We are so happy you joined us for Real Wild and the rest of this crew. I'm Greg White. We can't wait to see you in 2026. See you then.